Type. 5-star dummy. Type.
Shitter's full.
The type is very annoying. I agree. Your type is extremely annoying.
Type.
No, lady, how about you shut the up? I'm doing LouTube, bitch.
Type.
All right. LSU's getting their ass beat by Wisconsin. Oregon and Liberty is just about to kick off over here. And Tennessee and Iowa be coming up here in the middle in just a second. Happy New Year to everybody. Hope you guys had a safe, fun, and enjoyable New Year's Eve weekend. Welcome to LouTube. It's time to watch some college football. It looks like Oregon will be kicking off to start the, what is that, the Fiesta Bowl? Oregon will be kicking off the Liberty. Oregon at kickoff is about a 19-point favorite over Liberty. Oregon's got most everybody playing. Very few quitters for Oregon. Bo Nix is playing. No quitters for Liberty, but they do have several transfers. They do have some transfers. Liberty does. It's not playing. Jaden Daniels, of course, quit on LSU. Nussmeier not getting the job done against Wisconsin. How embarrassing would it be for LSU to lose to a Big Ten West team? The Big Ten West is absolute melted human feces. They're just out. The Big Ten West is like the Big Ten West makes the ACC look like a Power 5 league. That's how bad the Big Ten West is. And LSU was out here dribbling all over their own foot here in the first half against Luke Fickell in Wisconsin. Liberty with a toss sweep on 1st and 10. They're going to lose about 3 yards on the first play of the game. 2nd and 13 coming up now for Liberty. Anybody got any bets on these games today? I took Tennessee minus the points and I took Oregon Liberty under 71. I think it was 71. Let me check. Let's see. I've got Tennessee minus 5.5 and Oregon and Liberty under 71. Those are the bets I have on the games that are on right now. 2nd and 13. Liberty's got some room this time. There he goes. Across the 40 to the 45. Midfield. Shoved out of bounds at the Oregon 45. About a 30-yard gain for Liberty on a toss sweep. But there is a flag down. Let's see what this is. It looks like maybe a late hit or some sort of taunting penalty on Oregon. Let's see. The flag is way downfield, so it's not holding or anything like that. Personal foul against Oregon. That's going to tack on another 15 yards. That's going to put Liberty down around the 30-yard line. So Liberty in business here. Just a simple little option sweep to the wide side of the field, and there was nobody there for Oregon on the perimeter. Yeah, clearly a late hit. Way late. Way late. That guy's lucky he didn't get thrown out of the game. That was an extremely late hit by Oregon. 1st and 10 on the Oregon 29. Back to throw. Liberty into pocket. Looking downfield. Throws into the end zone. Wow. Overthrown, but he was open in the back of the end zone. Could have been 6 points for Liberty there. Instead, it's just a long incompletion. 2nd and 10 coming up now for the Sunday school. Look at the sidelines and tell me this game is meaningless. The game is never meaningless to anybody that's playing in it. That's 100% for certain, and that fact can't be argued. Anybody that is playing in these games, it's meaningful to anybody that's playing in these games. That's a fact. That can't be debated. That can't be debated. 2nd and 10, Liberty's quarterback on a draw. Big hit. Wow, a big hit. Picks up 7 or 8 yards, though. 3rd and short coming up for the Sunday school. LSU with the ball down 14-0. 8.5 minutes to go in the second quarter. 3rd and 5 on their own 45. Nussmeier throws complete over on the perimeter, and they're going to pick up a first down. The Corn Dogs with a decent-looking drive here about halfway through the second quarter. Boy, they have been terrible here through the first quarter and a half. Down 14-0 to the Badgers. 3rd and 1 coming up for Liberty. Handoff right up the gut, and they're going to pick up the first down. Needed a yard, gained 2 or 3. 1st and 10, Liberty getting close to the red zone. How y'all doing? Happy New Year's. Appreciate y'all hanging out with me today and watching these games. Y'all eating some good food today? I'm going to eat the traditional New Year's deal. Pork, collard greens, black-eyed peas, that kind of deal. I'm not cooking it. My dad is actually cooking it over at his house, and he's going to bring Uncle Lou a plate because he's good people and he knows I have to work all day today. Work, of course, being code for watch college football from now until about 1 in the morning when the Texas-Washington game goes off. At some point, I'm going to go on a rant about how fucking retarded and ridiculous. Liberty just scored. At some point today, I'm going to go on a rant about how fucking retarded and ridiculous it is that college football would put a playoff game on at 9 o'clock at night on a day where the majority of Americans have to get up tomorrow morning and go to work. It's absolutely ridiculous. Makes no sense at all. Needs to be corrected. The national title game is also a huge fucking problem. For no reason at all. That thing comes on at 8 o'clock at night when people got to work the next day. It's retarded. College football, these playoff games should be played on a weekend. It's absolutely ridiculous. Anyway, the Sunday school has scored. Here's the extra point. No good. They missed the extra point. Shout out to Uncle Lou on under 71. I'll take a missed extra point there. On the Oregon Sunday school game, Oregon versus the Sunday school, I bet under 71. So a missed extra point can only help there. Don't look now, but the Corn Dog is down in the red zone, close to the goal line, down a little short. It's going to be 2nd and goal for the Corn Dog from the 1-foot line. LSU trying to get off the schneid here. They've been shut out so far in this game with about 6.5 minutes to go in the second quarter. But they're going to score here. That'll make it a 14-7 game. They're lined up 2nd and goal from the 1, barring some kind of weird turnover. Tennessee, Iowa underway now as well. How's everybody doing? What's up, G-Man, Evan Russell, Junkyard Dog, Sage, Lugnut, Larry, Heather Tiller, Buffalo Harry, Little E, Kane, Robert, Dim Dogs, Paxton, Jonathan Miller, George Newhart, Nizzy B, Home Slice, G-Man, Georgia Metalhead, Thomas Bailey, Matt Dummett, Third and Nate, Jonathan Miller, Father Shuey, Banjo, Sunshine, Ken Southard, Ray Bob, Gamecock Orbit, Eli. Appreciate everybody tuning in. Please do me a huge favor here at the start of the stream and hit the thumbs up. It is a big help to me and the stream, and it's the simplest thing you can do to help me out today. Wish me a happy new year by hitting the thumbs up right now. It literally takes no time, effort, or energy on your part. 2nd and 6 for Iowa. They're going to keep it on the ground. Nowhere to go. They might have lost a yard that time. 3rd and about 7 coming up for Iowa on their own 28-yard line. First possession of the game there. LSU on the ground. Touchdown, Corn Dogs. The Corn Dogs have finally got on the board with 6 minutes to go in the second quarter. This will cut the lead 14-7 if the extra point is good. 14-6 right now. Liberty up 6-0 early on Oregon. Liberty got the ball to start the game, went right down the field and scored. The big play on that drive was about a 40-yard run by Liberty that got them down to the 30. They then threw a touchdown pass to take an early lead over the Ducks. 3rd and 6 now for Iowa. Back to throw. Worst offense in America. They're going to be sacked. What a fucking shock that is. Just a horrendous offense. Watching Iowa, boy, I tell you what, it's like watching a bowl of vanilla ice cream just slowly melt over time. It's just, it takes years off your life watching this team try to play offense. Just absolutely horrendous in every possible way. Yep. Auburn almost beat Bama. Well, that's like almost winning the lottery. It doesn't mean anything at all. Iowa punched the ball away to Tennessee. It's going to be down. 1st and 10 Tennessee, and here we go. Voltards, let's go. It's Nico time. The Voltards have completely lost their mind over the last 7 to 10 days once we found out that Nico, I'm about to leave you, is starting today for Tennessee. Of course, Nico's winning 3 Heismans, 3 national championships, and going about 50-0 over the next 3 or 4 years based on the comments I've been reading for Tennessee fans for the last year and a half, and it all starts right now. I expect Nico to go 30 for 30 for about 400 yards, 7 touchdowns, no interceptions, probably run for another 200 yards and 9 touchdowns. Let's see, 1st and 10, shotgun for Nico. Back to throw, pass complete out in the flat, has room up the sideline, stumbles out of bounds. Simple pass out into the flat here early for Nico to help get him comfortable and settled down. Going to hand the ball off this time right up the middle. On 2nd and 2, Tennessee's going to pick up a 1st down. Gain of about 3 or 4. Oregon now with the ball, 1st and 10. Handoff for the Ducks, picks up about 5, maybe 6 yards. 2nd and about 4 coming up for Oregon. They're down 6-0. Nico steps up in the pocket, takes off running. Dives across the 40 to the 41 and then rolls around like a pig in his own poop before getting up and heading back to the huddle. There is a flag down, though. Christian Russell says, Liberty is beating woke Oregon. Oregon, people in Oregon do shit on the sidewalk. I don't know if that's woke or not. Christian Russell says, Trump 2024. Christian Russell, nobody gives one absolute fuck about your political leanings, I promise you. They don't. And not a fucking soul. If you want to talk about your political feelings, create a Facebook page or something. Nobody will care still, but that's your own page. People can't tell you what to post over there, but nobody gives a fuck about your political droolings over here. Did you catch the Let a Naysayer Know bit on GD? No, I did not. I didn't watch College Game Day today. I did not watch College Game Day this morning. Christian Russell says, Jesus is king. That's great. Again, you can add that to the list of things that nobody gives a fuck about. Nobody cares what your religion is or what your politics are. Literally nobody. Nobody gives a fuck what fairy tales you believe in or who you're voting for. Christian Russell is a meat puppet, says Breaking Parallels. Thank y'all for the super chats. Or in your case, Christian Russell, thank you for the tithes. I appreciate that. Don't forget you owe Uncle Lou 10%. 6-0 Liberty up over Oregon. No score Tennessee, Iowa. And LSU has finally scored to make it 14-7. They trail Wisconsin by a touchdown. 1st and 10, Oregon on their own 33. Pass complete out in the flat. Picks up about 4 or 5 yards. Nico on 2nd and 20 completes a pass, but wrapped up right away. 3rd down coming up for the Voltard. Iowa does have a good defense. Their offense is non-existent, but they've got one of the best defenses in the country over the last couple of years. Tough task for Nico in his first start here. 3rd and 11 now for Tennessee on their own 28-yard line. What the fuck is wrong with ABC? What kind of technology is this? Why don't they have the first down stripes on the field? This is pissing me off. Nico back to throw, steps up in the pocket, he's going to be sacked. Nowhere to go. Slung down like a wet spaghetti noodle, which is about what he looks like. The guy weighs about 140 pounds soaking wet. No way he makes it through an entire season next year unless he beefs up in the offseason. I don't know if he's been fasting since Halloween or what the deal is, but you can almost see through this guy. How come he's not wearing pajama pants, too? That might be the problem. That might be the problem. You know, Tennessee wore like 9 different uniforms this year. They better come up with a uniform next year that includes pajama pants, because if they don't get Nico in a pair of PJs quick, fast, and in a hurry, I'm not sure he's going to be any good at all. 1st and 10 for Wisconsin on their own 31. Back to throw. All day in the pocket. Finally gets rid of it short over near the sideline. Makes the first guy miss. Runs over the second guy. Picks up about 9 yards. 2nd and short coming up for the Badgers. 2nd and 8 now for Oregon. They are in the red zone on the 20-yard line. They're down 6-0. Liberty scored early in this one and then missed an extra point. This is Oregon's first possession. They are on the 20-yard line. Bo Nix throws, pass complete. Screen pass over on the perimeter. Nice defense by Liberty, though. Sheds a block and makes the tackle. Gain of about 1. Wisconsin on the ground on 2nd and 1. Huge gain. Cross midfield, 45-40. Shoved out of bounds at the 38. Huge play on the ground by Wisconsin there. QB helmet looks like Sinbad Dementor jingle all the way. QB helmet. What QB? Who? What quarterback? Andrew says if Oregon loses to Liberty, they will receive pamphlets telling him to convert to Liberty and be a winner. Yeah, right now Liberty is laying hands on Oregon. Back to throw on 3rd and 7. Bo Nix pass batted down at the line of scrimmage. Incomplete. It's going to be 4th and 7. Let's see if Dan Lanning does something stupid like he normally does, or if he just kicks the field goal and takes the points. Let's see. Dan Lanning, one of the dumbest in-game coaches in all of college football. Now, he's a young coach. Maybe he'll learn. Or maybe he'll go the route of Mario Cristobal and continue to remain retarded. No, he is going to send the field goal unit out on the field. So shout out to Dan Lanning for actually doing the right thing for once and taking the points here early in the game, especially since Uncle Lou bet under 71 in this game. I'm all for field goals all day long. There we go. Good job, Oregon. Field goal is good. 6-3 is your score now. I've been drinking a lot of coffee today, by the way, just to let everybody know. So, whether that goes to the trolls and to the regular people, just to let everybody know I've been drinking a lot of coffee. Colton Silcox says, go Gators. Yeah. Dark times for our buddies down in Gainesville. They're absolutely terrible and no signs of getting any better anytime soon. Recruiting class completely fell apart. That's great that you managed to hang on to DJ Lagway, but good God, he's got nobody to hand it off to, nobody to throw it to, nobody to block for him. And then after he goes 3 and out every time, Florida's got nobody on defense to stop the other team. So 3 straight losing seasons in a row for Florida. Next year will be their 4th straight losing season because I don't want to give anything away here. Spoiler alert. But you better go look at Florida's schedule next year because there's about 8, maybe 9 losses on there. But I do appreciate you hanging out today. Happy New Year's to you, sir. Hey, Lou, explain your reasoning. You think guys that don't want to get injured so they go into the draft besides the ones that need to play another game to get more stats? What? Hold on. Explain your reasoning. You think guys that don't want to get injured so they go into the draft besides the ones that need to play another game. I don't understand. I don't understand what you're asking me to explain. UGA's has outscored their opponents in their last 2 bowl games 128-10. Shocking and alarming. Yeah. Yep. Seems like the games matter to Georgia, doesn't it? Yep. I'm concerned we're going to start swing players opt out in the 12 team. Okay, there's a lot of people watching, and I'm going to try to read as many comments as I can, but the comments have to be in English. It's a waste of my time when I finally look down to read a comment, and it's so fucking garbled and mangled and whatever that it literally makes sense to nobody. If you're going to take the time to type something out, take the time to type it out where people can read it and understand it. The comments have to be in English. Yes, they do. Do you think either playoff game will be a blowout? No, I don't. I think we're lucky this year in that both playoff games will be competitive, and that's not normally the case. If you go back and look, every playoff game that's ever been played, something like 3 out of 4 of them have been blowouts. About 75% of the playoff games have been blowouts, but I don't think we're going to get that this year. WTF, how is Wisconsin beating LSU? Well, they completely dominated LSU the first quarter and a half of the game. LSU has looked a little bit better in the second quarter. They finally scored about 5 minutes ago, made it 14-7. But, Jaden Daniels isn't playing. But you know what? Nussmeier's got a lot of experience, and he's played before. And their top 2 wide receivers are playing, including Malik Neighbors, and those guys are NFL wide receivers. So, I don't know. It's bad that they're getting beat by... Look, I don't care who you are. If you lose to a Big Ten West team, you're hot fucking garbage. I don't want to hear about the meaningless, we don't care shit. Everybody that's playing in that game for LSU cares, and right now they're getting their shit pushed in. They better straighten it out quick, fast, and even faster. Iowa punishing Tennessee on the ground. All right, Liberty's going to return this kick out to the 14, 15, 20, 21, dragged down out of bounds at the 21-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Sunday school on their own 21. They're up 6-3 early over Oregon. Jet sweep by Iowa gets to the edge. Nice play by Tennessee to string that thing out on 3rd and 3. They only gained about a yard or... No, they gained 3. God, I thought they were... they got the first down. I didn't think they got it. Let's see here. Yeah, I guess he did get it. First down, Iowa. Needed 3, gained 4. 1st and 10 for the Hawkeyes. No score. About halfway through the first quarter, Iowa 0, Tennessee 0. This is the Nico Bowl. Quarterback under center for Iowa this time. 2 wide to the top of the screen. Now he's moving some pieces around. No running back. Shotgun, empty backfield now. What is Iowa doing? Iowa air raid. Let's go. Back to throw. Gets rid of it. Incomplete. Good defense there. Knocked away by the Tennessee DB. 2nd and 10 coming up for the Hawkeyes. 1st and 10 for LSU on their own 33. They've got the ball back. Looking to tie things up here. Pass complete. Out to the 40. Gain of about 7. 2nd and 3 coming up for the Corn Dogs now. Liberty looking at a 2nd and 5 on their own 26. Pistol formation. Bunch of wide receivers, but there's a flag down. Motion. False start on Liberty. That's going to back them up. Meant to mention this a few days ago, but West Virginia's well-improved season felt like a good tribute to Gold and Blue dude. Yeah, West Virginia was one of the most surprisingly good teams of the year, them and Arizona. West Virginia was picked to finish last in the Big 12, and their win total was about 3, and they blew that away. West Virginia had one of the most surprisingly good seasons of the year. Thank you, Charcoal. Nick Koenig says, Happy New Year, woo. Oregon unis look like North Dakota State. Yeah, I don't like these Oregon uniforms, but... what are you going to do? Liberty picked up a first down on 2nd and 10. Clint Eastwood said, I don't even watch you. Yeah, I know. As long as you type, that's good. Whoa, Todd, thank you for the super chat. Happy New Year, woo. Hope 2024 is good to you. Thank you, Whoa, Todd. Happy New Year to you and your family as well. Colby says, what'd you bet today? I've got Tennessee minus, 5.5? I think it's 5.5. I took Tennessee minus the points, and I've got Oregon Liberty under 71. Those are the bets I have on these games. I'm going to bet the Alabama game and the Texas game, but I haven't bet them yet. Who's more down bad, the Florida schools or the teams in the Virginias or the Florida schools? Virginia Tech actually had a decent season and actually won a bowl game, too, and also. UGA, okay, we're caught up now. Caught up on the super chats. Now, appreciate y'all hitting the super chat to help support the show, by the way. 1st and goal for Iowa. Tennessee hits the running back in the backfield, slung down at the 5. No gain. 2nd and goal coming up now for Iowa. No score in that one. 6 minutes to go in the first quarter. Sunday school fumbles, but they pick it up, and there's no Oregon players around to make the tackle, so he actually gains about a yard. But that could have been disastrous for Liberty there. The Sunday school avoids a turnover. Picks the ball up and somehow manages to gain a yard. 2nd and goal now for Iowa on the 5. They're going to hand it off again. Gains about a yard. That's it. 3rd and goal coming up for Iowa now. LSU driving down the field. They're in the red zone inside the 15. It's going to be 1st and 10. Corn Dogs, they're looking to tie things up. 14-7. They trail Wisconsin with 1:56 to go until halftime. That game came on at noon. These other two came on at 1. 3rd and 6 for Liberty. Shotgun, motion, snap, back to throw, under pressure, going deep. Overthrown. He was under all kinds of pressure and had to get rid of it. 4th and 6, and the Sunday school will have to kick it away. 3rd and goal for Iowa on the 5. Snap, back to throw. Stands in the pocket all day. Into the end zone. Intercepted Tards. The Tards pick off Iowa in the end zone. Wow. Diving interception in the end zone by the Voltards. Snuffs out an Iowa scoring drive. They're going to come away with no points there. Wow. Wow. You know how hard it is for Iowa to score? Never mind giving points away. Yikes. Not good for the Hawkeye, man. Interception made in the end zone result in a touchback. Tennessee will have the ball 1st and 10 on their own 20. And this will be Nico's 2nd possession for Tennessee. He didn't do much first time out. In fact, he looked kind of ridiculous. We'll see if he can improve a little bit with this 2nd possession here. Yep. Woo, I'd rather listen to you than CBS crap and bullshit on national TV. Yeah, people are sick and tired of this watered down corporate media. I mean, they just are. People don't want to watch anything that is sanitized. They're sick of the Fox Sports and the ESPNs and the CBSs and the ABCs and the news and the professional sports commentators who are told what to say, what they can say, what they can't say. You know, they have to talk a certain way. There's certain things they can't say. They can't call Michigan cheaters, even though we all know they're cheaters. They can't say this player sucks or that coach sucks, even though we all know there's a bunch of players that suck and a bunch of coaches that fucking suck. They just can't say it. People are tired of that shit. Whether it's sports, news, politics, whatever it is, people are tired of this fucking watered down, sanitized, corporate fucking bullshit that's been shoved down everybody's throat for the last 80 years on television. People are sick of it. LSU scored. They're going to tie things up. Look at that. Shout out to the Corn Dogs, man. SEC, let's go. We need a Tater Man song for the Vols. You want me to make up a... Well, I made a Tennessee rap song last year. It's a #1 hit. It went all the way to the top of the charts. But yeah, I made a Tennessee rap song last year. Tim Skelton says Penn State fans are crybabies. I don't know a whole lot of Penn State fans. There's only been a handful of Penn State fans around here. Years ago, I'm talking 8-9 years ago, I made a video about my thoughts on the whole Joe Paterno, Jerry Sandusky thing. And a lot of Penn State fans got pissed off at me then, and maybe a lot of them never tuned back in, but that's not my fault, that's their fault. I don't simp for pedos. Iowa offense has set college football back 100 years, yeah. Which Big Ten team looked more embarrassing, Penn State or Ohio State? Ohio State, by far. I mean, Penn State looked okay. They just ran into a better team in Missouri, you know. But Penn State scored some points. They had a couple of good, you know, they had some good defensive series. I didn't really think Penn State embarrassed themselves. I legitimately think Ole Miss. I legitimately think Ole Miss is just better than Penn State. Ohio State's probably better than Missouri, but Missouri just wanted that thing more and went out and won the game. They made Ohio State look pitiful. I mean, Ohio State couldn't get a first down for huge chunks of that game. They looked absolutely horrific. Penn State fans are crying they didn't have all their players against... Nobody's got all their players ever in any game. There ain't been a game played in college football history where everybody had all their players. Not one. Not the first game of the season, not the last game of the season, not any game in between. Bitching and moaning and crying and rubbing Vagisil all over your man vagina. because some player is hurt or quit or transferred is fucking ridiculous when everybody deals with that constantly. That's why you have 85 scholarships, not 22. 1st and 10, Tennessee on their own 31. Nico back to throw into pocket, gets rid of it. Floats one out to the sideline to a wide open receiver, complete up to midfield. Keaton with the catch. Tennessee in business up near midfield now, 1st and 10. Wisconsin pass complete over near the sideline on 1st and 10, picks up about 4. Tennessee running hurry-up mode now. They're going to hand it off on 1st and 10. Running back cuts back. Not much room. Dives forward for a yard or so. 2nd and 9 coming up for the Tards now. Miles Brown says, I love how everyone just wants to pat FSU on the head after that embarrassing performance instead of just acknowledging that UJ was a better team. Georgia would have beat Florida State in week 1, week 4, week 8, week 10, week 12, conference championship week, or last week. It never would have mattered. Incomplete pass for Tennessee on 2nd and 8. Pretty good coverage by Iowa. 3rd and 8 coming up for Tennessee. Oregon's got the ball. They keep it on the ground up near midfield on 1st and 10. It's going to be 2nd down for the Ducks now. They trail 6-3. Just under 6 minutes to go in the first quarter of that one. I bet under 71 points scored in the Liberty-Oregon game. So I need punts, turnovers, and field goals in that one. Tennessee, I bet Tennessee minus the points, which I think was 5.5. Let's see. Yes, Tennessee minus 5.5. Wisconsin has scored to retake the lead. That didn't take long. That did not take long. LSU scored 2 touchdowns in a row to tie things up at 14, but now Wisconsin has gone right down the field to score to retake the lead. Here comes the extra point there. Nico under pressure again, doesn't know what he's doing, gets rid of the ball and ends up on his back. He looks like a turtle that someone flipped upside down. 4th and 8, Tennessee will have to kick it. Extra point good for Wisconsin. They're up 21-14, under a minute to go until halftime of that one. 3rd and 5 for Oregon. I need the Sunday school to make a play on defense here. I got under 71 now, so I don't really care who wins the game. Obviously, I think Oregon's going to win, but I didn't bet the spread. I bet under 71 total points. Incomplete pass. Let's go. It was an incomplete pass. Bo Nix hit the receiver right in the hands. He juggled it like a Florida State clown and then dropped the ball. 4th and 5. Oregon should punt it away. Again, Dan Lanning's a fucking maniac when it comes to in-game coaching. So we'll see what he does, but they should punt it here and play defense. That's what they should do. And that's what they're going to do. They're going to punt it away. Good job, Oregon. Good job, Oregon. I thought Wisconsin was so slow and bad. How they put up 21.5 against an amazing, speedy SEC defense, says Not a Whale. Not a Whale hasn't watched 1 second of college football this season. He just watches Uncle Lou, I guess. I don't know. But LSU's got one of the worst defenses in the country, pal. Try turning the TV on Saturdays every once in a while. Let's see. LSU's the worst defense in the conference, says Tercero. That's right. LSU left their defense at home. Facts. Feels good to have a good year, says Michael Sprague. If you think this year was good, Michael Sprague, wait till next year. You're an Ole Miss man. If you think this year was good, wait till next year, buddy. Ole Miss is headed to the playoffs next year. LSU should take the scholarship from that kid who issued that sack. LSU was overrated. They are? LSU might as well have cutout players on the field. The ACC is a freshly caught out of the ocean, flopping around as it, and again with the broken English. LSU doesn't have any elite DBs like they used to. LSU's got serious problems on defense, and unfortunately they didn't fix it in recruiting. So far they haven't fixed it in the portal. I think LSU might be worse next year than they were this year. I think next year could be a bad year for LSU by LSU standards. I don't mean they're going 2-10. I mean by LSU standards, next year could be pretty bad. Nico's first start being against the Iowa defense is quite unlucky. LSU is going to be in shambles when Brian Kelly takes the Michigan job. Oh no, is that true? You know what? I didn't even think about that. I doubt he'll do that. The ACC is a freshly caught fish out of the ocean, flopping around as it slowly dies from suffocation. 35 seconds to go until halftime. Wisconsin up 21-14. The other two games are on a commercial break. These TV channels, they're in cahoots with each other. They try to run their commercials at the same time just to mess with us. I'm watching 3 games. There's not a play being ran in any of them. 2 of them are on commercial. The other one is a bunch of people just standing around with their fists up their butt waiting on what, I don't know. Looks like they put some time back on the clock. 40 seconds to go until halftime now. LSU does have all 3 timeouts. We'll see if they can do anything here at the end of the first half. They've got the ball on their own 34. 1st and 10, they're down a touchdown. Shotgun for Nussmeier, 4 wide. Back to throw. Scrambles out to the left, gets rid of it. Intercepted by Wisconsin at the LSU 45. Wow. So instead of going down and getting some points, they're going to give Wisconsin some more points here. Wisconsin only needs about 15 yards to kick a field goal here at the end of the first half. 1st and 10 for the Sunday school. Option to the wide side of the field. Has some room, too, up close to the 20. A flag comes in, and it looks like they're going to get an Oregon wide receiver for holding downfield. That's what it looked like to me. We'll see what the call is. Liberty up 6-3 with 5 minutes to go in the first quarter. It is going to be a holding on Liberty, so that's going to wipe away a pretty good running play there for Liberty and back them up. Do you think Bill Napier will be gone end of 2024? Yes, I've been saying that since the day he was hired. Yes, he will be fired after his 3rd year. He doesn't know what he's doing, and he's in over his head. Never should have been hired there. Never should have been hired there. He'll be fired in, this next November. He'll be fired next November. 3rd and 3 for Iowa. 2:29 to go in the first quarter. No score. Quarterback in the pocket. Throws over the middle. Dropped. Wow. Can't blame that on the quarterback. Good protection. Sat in the pocket. Threw a rocket over the middle to a wide open receiver, and he literally dropped it. Hit the wide receiver right in the belly button. I'm surprised the ball didn't get stuck in there. What a dummy. What a dummy. No wonder Iowa can't score. 2nd and 1 for Wisconsin. Pass over towards the sideline. Knocked away by the LSU DB. 3rd and 1. 22 seconds to go until halftime. 3rd and 1 for Wisconsin. Conference USA should replace the ACC, says Nick Coney. Biggs Mike says, Happy New Year's, bud. F those inbred elephants. Man, that's going to be a hell of a game. I can't wait for that thing. Alabama, Michigan. Boy, that's going to be a good game. Look at Tennessee. What are they doing? Look at Tennessee all the way down inside the 30 trying to have something. What are they doing? They're going to have to look at that one. Look at Wisconsin. Between Wisconsin and Iowa, I don't know if there's 3 players combined between Wisconsin and Iowa that know how to catch a football. I'm dead serious. It's a good thing Wisconsin can run the ball. Was the Tennessee man down? Let's look and see. Woo, boy, that's close. That's close. I don't know if his knee was down or not. They're looking at it. That is close. What do y'all think? Was his knee down in that Tennessee game? What else close? I obviously hope his knee wasn't down. I need Tennessee to score. I bet this game. I bet Tennessee minus 5.5. All Tennessee needs to do is score 20 points, and they're definitely going to win by 5.5. Greg, thank you for the super chat. Who should Florida hire if Billy Napier gets fired? That's not my decision to make. And it's hard to say because what I think is going to happen is I think Florida's going to fire their athletic director first, then fire Billy Napier. Then they're going to hire a new athletic director and let the new athletic director pick the new football coach. So I have no idea who it would be. No idea. It's hard to know a year out like what coaches might be available. A coach that you might think of now might have a terrible season this season, and so you scratch them off the list. Or so it's hard to think about who should replace a coach a year out from actually replacing them. 3 minutes to go in the first quarter. The Sunday school is still up over Oregon 6-3. 3 minutes to go. 1st and 10, Liberty. They're on their own 37. Handoff. Picks up about 3 or 4 yards on the ground. 2nd and 6 coming up for Liberty now. Did they call I think they called the Tennessee man down. I think they said his knee was down there in that. Yes. They ruled that his knee was down. So 1st and 10, Tennessee on their own 27. 2nd and 6 for Liberty. 4 wide, shotgun. Liberty back to throw. Incomplete. Wow. Tennessee on a slant route. Nico hit him right in stride, and the receiver dropped the ball. I don't know what's going on in these games. These receivers can't catch the damn ball. I don't know what's going on in this game, but we can't find any receivers that know how to catch. That 100% should have been a catch. On the ground, big play for Tennessee across the 40, 45, up to the 46-yard line. Nice play that time for Tennessee off right tackle. Dylan Sampson with the carry. Under 2 minutes to go in the first quarter. Still no score, Iowa and Tennessee. 3rd and 6 for Liberty. Looking to set up a screen. Not there. Quarterback wants to run. Oregon's going to tackle him about 2 yards short of a first down. 4th and 2 for Liberty on their 45-yard line. Decision time here for the Sunday school. Wisconsin did not come away with any points following that LSU turnover at the end of the half. 21-14 is your halftime score. LSU trails Wisconsin. Nico throws complete on a short little hitch route, only gains a couple of yards. No big downfield completions for Nico yet. A bunch of short hitch passes and screen passes and sacks and a bunch of not knowing what the fuck he's looking at or doing so far. 2nd and 4 for Tennessee. Nico in the pocket, scrambling, wants to run. There he goes, 35 or 25, 20. Out of bounds inside the 20. Tennessee in the red zone. Come on, Voltards. Score for Luke. Score for Luke. Come on, Voltards. I bet Tennessee -5.5. I need some points, damn it. No field goals either. No field goals. Points. Back to throw. Nico again doesn't know what he's doing. Runs into his... Nico just got sacked by his own offensive lineman. That might be the most Tennessee thing I've ever fucking seen. That might be the most Tennessee thing I have ever seen in my entire life. I'm going to tell you something right now about this Nico. If there ain't a wide receiver wide open within 2 seconds after the snap, he doesn't know what the fuck he's doing. He looks like a 2-year-old in a titty bar. He don't know what to do, which way to go. He's more confused. And he literally got sacked by his own offensive lineman that time. Oregon just drops a pass. Nobody can catch a pass. Oregon just dropped a wide open pass. What are we doing? I'm serious. What are we doing? Nobody can catch a ball. What is happening here? These people got hands like feet. This is ridiculous. Butterfingers Bowl, says Father Shuey. Yeah, I don't get it. I don't get it. 2nd and 10 for Oregon on their own 18. They should be all the way up at the 40, but they can't catch the damn ball. Bo Nix throws complete on a hitch route. Makes the first guy miss up the sideline. Picks up a first down before getting shoved out. Gain of about 15 or 16 that time. Boy, I tell you what, they can catch these screen passes and hitch passes, but if you run a route 8 yards or deeper, you can forget it. You're not catching that fucking thing. What is going on in these games? There's not a wide receiver that can catch a ball. What is happening here? 1st and 10 for Oregon after that first down. They're on their own 34. Under a minute to go in the first quarter. 6-3 is your score to Sunday school on top. Blow Dix in a shotgun. Hands off. More room. Off left tackle. Picks up 7 yards. 2nd and 3 coming up for Oregon. Maybe I'll just keep it on the ground. If the wide receivers don't want to catch the ball, then just keep it on the ground. Shit. Why stream Alabama game on Patreon? Because I stream one game a week on Patreon. They vote on which game it is, and they voted on Alabama versus Michigan. So the link to the Patreon is in the description of the video. Just click the link. It'll take you to the Patreon page. There's always a game on Patreon. This week it's Alabama versus Michigan. They vote every week. That's what they voted on. There you go. There's the link right there. There's the link right there. 3 games, 3 commercials. Let's go. Let's go. 3 games, 3 commercials. Let's go. I'm getting hot in here. I'm getting hot. I don't know if it's the moving around or the studio lights or what it is, but I'm starting to work myself up here. Maybe it's the 3 pots of coffee I drank. I don't know, but I am starting to get a little warm in here. I'm starting to get a little warm in here. I know it's not because these offenses are heating up. I'm watching 3 games. That's 6 off. There ain't an offense among these 6 teams. I can't find an offense anywhere. I can't find one. Take a break, Lou? No, I just started. I don't take breaks. I don't take breaks. It's warm down here today. Rain coming the next 2 days. I think it's in the 50s here. Let me see. See what the weather guesser says. I hate these fucking weather guessers. What is it? It's 60 degrees here today. 60 degrees here today. Right now. Breaking news. Kirby Smart to Florida. Breaking news. Low-level elementary troll in the chat.
Type.
Low-level elementary troll alert. Kids must be out of school today. They're all in my comments section. I don't eat pecan pie. You eat it. I'm not eating it. I don't eat pecan pie. It's not any good. Doesn't and look what I don't care if you call it pecan pie or pecan pie, it's still not any good. Doesn't matter what you call it. What you call it doesn't make it taste good. It's terrible. Nico on the ground, touchdown Tards. Touchdown Tards. He can't complete a pass or read a defense, but he can run. Oh, he's like you know what he is? I done figured it out. Nico, I'm about to leave you is Timu Jalen Mildew. He's the Timu version of Jaden Mildew. That's what he is. Nico is the Timu version of Jalen Mildew. This guy can't complete a pass to save his life. Not more than 5 yards downfield. Can't read a defense either. Happy feet. Got sacked by his own offensive lineman. But he can run the ball on occasion. First play of the second quarter, Tennessee scores 6-0. Extra point is up and good. 7-0. Pay Lou. Pay Lou. Hashtag pay Lou. Let's go. Let's go. I took Tennessee minus 5.5. Let's get a hashtag pay Lou going. Let's go. Hashtag pay Lou. Fuck the bookie, pay Lou. Fuck the bookie, pay Lou. Mildew was dominant in the Big Ten. Mildew never played in the Big Ten, you fucking idiot. How come everything you type is somehow dumber than the one before? Jesus, man. I hope nobody unplugs your breathing tube. That would be a shame. Tennessee wins, Iowa can't score. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. What is today game foods? New Year's Day meal. Pork, collard greens, mashed potatoes, black-eyed peas. Hashtag pay Lou. Pecan pie better than Lou's lies. What lies? I haven't told a single lie. Lou, does Tenor need any more points the rest of the game to win? Probably not. Well, you know what? It's not like Tennessee has some great defense. There is a chance Iowa will luck around and score. So, yeah, I probably need Tennessee to score some more. Uh-oh. Big play by Oregon. Could be a touchdown. 20, 15, 10. Down at the 5. It's going to be 1st and goal Duckers with 14 minutes to go in the second quarter. Iowa returns this kick out to the 34-yard line. They're at a pretty good field position here. 14:50 to go in the second quarter. They trail the Voltards 7-0. Jake Vincent, I haven't seen you in a while. 1st and goal for Oregon. 13:40 to go. Shotgun, 2 running backs. 1 wide receiver to the top of the screen. Below Dix waiting on the snap. There it is. Handoff. 5, down to the 3, down to the 2. Second and goal, Oregon at the 2. It's unfortunate I just found your channel at the end of the season. That is unfortunate, but there is no off season here. I do this dumb shit year round, buddy. You're in luck. I do this dumb shit year round, man. Year round. Pointless live streams that are barely watchable, uploaded videos that make little to no sense, call-in shows every Tuesday and Thursday night at 9 p.m. Call and argue with me. Call and let me educate you. Call and let me tell you why you're wrong. Whatever the case is, every Tuesday and Thursday night at 9 p.m. Uncle Lou After Dark, the call-in show. You don't want to miss any of those pointless, barely watchable streams and videos. I can promise you that. Hey, can y'all hit the thumbs up or no? There's over 800 people in here. If we don't get to at least 400 thumbs up, it's going to make me mad. At least half the people watching ought to have the decency. I'm working on a federal fucking holiday here. Can we get, and even if it's hashtag fuck Lou, can you hit the thumbs up for New Year's? Or can you hit the thumbs up for bowl games? Can you hit the thumbs up for something? That would be great. It's a huge help to me. Yeah, and it takes very little effort, time, or energy on your part at all. It's about the simplest thing you can do. Really. If you want to do something that does take time, effort, or energy, join the Patreon page and watch Alabama versus Michigan with us over on the Patreon page at 5 o'clock. There's the link. Yep. LSU making Mordecai look like Mahomes. Boy, that's hard to do too, ain't it? That's hard to do. But if anybody can do it, LSU's defense can. That's for sure. 3rd and 23. Coming up for the Big Ten, which ain't any good. Not the Big Ten West, anyway. Boy, watching all these SEC teams beat the absolute fuck out of the Big Ten doesn't seem good for Michigan, does it? 3rd and 23. Drop the wide open fucking pass. Drop the wide open. Boy, I don't understand how Iowa fans aren't surrounding their athletic complex with pitchforks and fucking torches and just threatening to burn this fucking place down. What more do you catch the goddamn ball? And I don't even want Iowa to win, but holy shit, that's got to be aggravating. My God, they're bad. They're horrifically bad. This is the only thing they can do. Look at this. Amazing punt. Unbelievable punt. Fair catch called at the 31. Dennis Kohler, thank you for the super sticker with the sunglasses emoji and that. Thank you. Whose defense is worse, LSU or Southern Cal? Boy. Man. I'm going to go with Southern Cal only because Lincoln Riley's defense has been bad for 8 years. With Brian Kelly, look, this LSU defense is terrible. But there's a chance it's just a one-off deal. Now, I don't think LSU is going to be that good next year. So we have a different conversation then. But with Lincoln Riley, we've got 8 years of evidence. The guy doesn't know what the fuck he's doing on the defensive side of the ball. With LSU, I feel like maybe they deserve the benefit of the doubt, although I don't think it's going to be good for them next year, I will admit. Lou, who's going to be harder to find after today, Jimmy Hoffa or a Michigan fan? The Michigan fans aren't going to disappear. They're used to losing first-round playoff games. This is just par for the course for them. They're not going to disappear. They'll stick around and take their verbal beating like they're supposed to. Tennessee should win this. If they don't win, it's because the players lost it. That's generally how it goes. The players are generally what wins and loses. Breaking news, Kirby Smart to Akron. My God, I wish elementary schools need to stop closing on New Year's Day. You fucking 9-year-olds, man. Y'all aren't even supposed to be on the internet unsupervised. Go clean your room. Make your bed, clean your room. Go outside and play in the grass. Go make a mud pie or something. Michigan fans have been more annoying this year. Well, yeah, they got really defensive when they got caught cheating, and that's what happened. I don't care what the Michigan fans say or anybody else. Michigan got caught cheating Red-handed. Period. Period. That's the end of the story. It's not, but it's not, yeah, well, it's nothing. That's the entire story. Michigan got caught cheating. Period. The end. Crazy, Iowa has 10 wins. Have they even scored 10 points the entire season combined? Yeah, well, they have scored 10 points, but they averaged, 15, 16 points a game? It's not good. I like how you say dummy, you get it from Red Fox. It's funny you mentioned Red Fox. In fact, it's real funny. Here you go. Dun, 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 dun.
You big dummy.
How was that for you there? How was that, dummy? How was that, dummy? All right, 1st and 10. I'm still extremely pissed off at ABC. Can somebody explain to me, like I'm a 2-year-old, why for the last 20 years television stations have had the technology to put the first down lines on the screen, but for whatever reason in the fucking citrus Cheez-It bowl, ABC can't figure this shit out to tell Uncle Lou where the fucking first down is? I mean, why not just broadcast the fucking game in black and white? How does a Bama homer such as me enjoy a Georgia homer's show? LOL, love it, though. Well, it's pretty... that's easy for me to say, but... I'm a college football. Georgia's my favorite team, but I'm a college football fan, man. There's fans on this channel from every team coast to coast. I don't just get on here and talk about Georgia all the time. The only difference between me and some fucking idiot like Josh Pate or whoever else is I don't lie to you about who my favorite team is like everybody else does. That's the only difference. Well, and I'm not boring as fuck either. And I'm allowed to say whatever I want to say whenever I want to say it because I don't have a corporate boss. So I guess there's a lot of differences between me and Josh Pate, but that's one of them. You're a lot better than Josh Pate, but he's all right. I like Josh. Josh Pate's like reading and the Farmer's Almanac. Like he's great for stats and information. When it comes to opinions, you might as well forget everything he's ever said. He doesn't even tell you his real opinion. He just, every team is good, every coach is good, every player is good, every team's going to be better next year than they were this year, every team's recruiting class is good, every team did good in the transfer portal. If you lost a player, it's fine, you're going to replace him, it doesn't matter. You know, everything is rainbow and sunshines constantly for every team in the country, according to Josh Pate. That's why a lot of people like him. You can be Florida. Look at Florida. Florida, listen to me. This is the worst Florida program in 60 years. 60. They've had 3 back-to-back losing seasons. They've had like 6 coaches in the last 15 years. Florida is absolutely horrendous and shows no signs at all of changing that. The recruiting class fell apart. They've got no returning talent. Their best player transferred to Georgia. Their schedule is absolutely brutal next year. And listen to what Josh Pate will say about Florida all off season long. Things are looking up. Things could be good. They might win 9 games. Billy Napier knows what he's doing. You got to give him time. He did this good. He did that good. Don't forget they beat Utah 2 years ago. Don't forget they beat Tennessee at home. You know, all that. It's ridiculous. He doesn't believe any of that. If you could give Josh Pate truth serum, he'd look you dead in your eye and he'd tell you Florida fucking sucks, man. But he can't do that because he works for CBS and they water down everything they do there and everything has to be good and everything's looking up and the glass is always half full and it's the fucking Little Annie Orphan routine with him. You know, oh, the sun will come out tomorrow. Bet your bottom dollar. Well, you can't bet your bottom dollar because you lost it all on the Ramen Noodle Express listening to what Josh Pate told you to do. If UM loses, are they OU of the North? Playoff-wise, yes. Yes, they're bordering on that already. That's actually a great comparison. But yes, they're bordering on that. You can't lose 3 straight playoffs without being compared to Oklahoma. You're right. You're 100% right. Red and Black Dog says, I heard FSU made an emergency injunction to recall their lawsuit. Scared they might have to play real teams and get smeared in the regular season if they leave the ACC. Florida State's best course of action is to stay in the ACC. You're 100% right with that. 100% right with that. Josh Pate prides himself on never being wrong. Yeah, every time he's right, he's right. Every time he's wrong, it's the computer's fault. It's the model's fault. Who made the model? Josh Pate. I mean, you know, I like Josh Pate. I'm sure he's a great guy. And like I said, for stats and information, there might not be a better place to go than Josh Pate. But if you're tuning into Josh Pate to get some kind of prognostication or some sort of opinion on how a certain player, team, or coach is going to do going forward, you're wasting your fucking time with that guy. Every college football player, coach, and team in America is trending the right way, according to Josh Pate. He's so full of shit, he thinks Southern Cal's defense is going to get it turned around. All right, what are we doing? I almost forgot there were games on. Stop distracting me. It's 4th and 1. It looks like the Tards have their offense on the field. 10-6, Oregon now leading the Sunday school. Bo Nix throws pass complete, close to a first down marker. Coming up on 10 minutes to go in the first half of that one. 4th and 1, Tennessee keeps it on the ground, and I believe they got it. Needed one, gained a couple. But there's a flag in the backfield. They're going to get Tennessee with some movement here. That's usually what it is when you see a flag in the background. It's usually offensive movement. Let's see. 19 referees having a meeting. Unsportsmanlike conduct on Iowa after the play. So a first down and then a dead ball penalty against Iowa. That's going to tack 15 yards on. Unsportsmanlike conduct on the Hawkeyes and that. On the Hawkeyes and that. Yep. Caroline and Jeff Bradshaw. How y'all? I feel like I haven't seen y'all in a while. Good to see y'all in here. Happy New Year to y'all. They say Happy New Year, Lou. Just got from T-Bones and Tommy Fries. What? They were fire as always, rooting against the Tards and the Gumps today. Hashtag Go Dogs. I got to root for the Tards and the Gumps because I bet on them, unfortunately. So I'm pulling for Tennessee -5.5 and Alabama +2. But I'm jealous of you with the T-Bones. I skipped T-Bones today. I'm doing the New Year's deal: pork, black-eyed peas, mashed potatoes, collard greens, and that. Nico, I'm about to leave you. Takes off running, gets inside the 10, pushed out of bounds around the 6 or 7 yard line. Third down coming up for the Tards. Thank you for the super chat, Bradshaws. I appreciate that. Nicholas, where's the Tylenol? Says Mizzou proved Lou Holtz right. Damn. Damn. Bo Nix going deep. Wow, dropped. What a fucking shocking surprise that is. A receiver just dropped the pass. Unbelievable. Haven't seen that today. First and goal, Tennessee on the 6. Whistles. Oh, we got a timeout, or the referees just want to have another pointless meeting? They got to review the previous play. That'll take another 19 minutes. Lou, you selling any plastic lawn furniture today? No. Dean Leggy. I'm not hating on somebody for having sponsors. I mean, you gotta get paid. I'm not hating on him for having sponsors. I just think it's fucking ridiculous that he puts a piece of plastic lawn furniture in his office, in his home office, and does videos. I mean, it's yard furniture. This guy's done dragged yard furniture into his home office. It just looks silly. It looks ridiculous. I mean, I take sponsorship sometimes too. I'm not going to hate somebody for taking on sponsors. I do it sometimes too. But I mean, I wouldn't get sponsored by some kind of leaf blower and then come in here and do leaf blowing in here. I mean, I don't understand. The guy's got a great sponsorship deal from some sort of lawn furniture company that makes plastic chairs. He drags one into his home office and sits in it all the time. That doesn't make any sense. Iowa D is supposed to be pretty good. I don't see it. Have you been watching the game? Tennessee's only scored 7. Iowa's got a good defense, no matter how mad it makes you. They gave up 30-something points to Penn State. That doesn't mean they didn't have a good defense. They still had a good defense even after they gave up 35 to Penn State or whatever it was. Is this a Nico hate stream? No. I bet Tennessee minus 5.5. I need Tennessee to win. I don't have any feelings at all about Nico. Why would I hate Nico? 3rd and 1. Nico under center this time. Old school I formation for Tennessee with a wing back. Snap. Handoff. Wow, that's going to be close. That's going to be real close. If he got it, he barely got it. Referee says he did get it. 1st down. 1st and goal, Tennessee. Just inside the 5. If Iowa had a top 30 offense, they win the Big Ten. Maybe. Maybe. They definitely wouldn't have 3 losses. That's for sure. Scott says, I had a dream Michigan won. Did you have that same dream last year and the year before? 1st and goal, no gain. Iowa says Tennessee fumbled. Referee says no, he was down. 2nd half underway, LSU and Wisconsin. Wisconsin took a 7-point lead to halftime. They've got the ball here early in the 3rd quarter. 1st and 10, they're going to pick up 3 or 4 yards. 2nd down coming up for the Badgers. 21-14, they're up over LSU. Touchdown, Tennessee. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Nico, I'm about to leave you. With a 3-yard touchdown run, that's it. 3 Heisman's on deck. Tennessee's not losing a game until 2027 at the earliest. Nico scored a 3-yard touchdown. He's winning 3 straight Heismans, and Tennessee's not losing a game until 2027 at the earliest. FSU is starting all true freshmen or only transfers next year. They don't understand their excuses means that none of their second string play next year. FSU is not very good, unfortunately for them. Wisconsin running back. Uh-oh. Don't look now. A Wisconsin receiver just caught a pass. Good for about 15 yards, too. Of course, he immediately fell down for no reason, even though there was no defender anywhere near him. But when you play LSU, there's never any defenders near you. That's the good thing about playing LSU. As a wide receiver, you got to love playing against LSU. There's never anybody near you. 1st and 10 for Wisconsin. Back to throw again. Running for his life now. Going to have to get rid of it. Throws it out of bounds. 2nd and 10 coming up for Wisconsin. All Nico does is run, says LC. Well, it's not all he does, but let's see. He has run a lot. He got sacked by his own player earlier. That was interesting. He got sacked by his own offensive lineman. That was weird. Nico's 5 of 9 for 54 yards, so about 50% completion percentage for 50 yards. No touchdowns, no interceptions. 7 carries for 34 yards with 2 touchdowns. So, as of right now, that's kind of an accurate statement. That all he does is run the ball. He's ran the ball more times than he's completed a pass He's ran the ball 7 times. He's completed 5 passes. He's got 0 passing touchdowns, 2 rushing touchdowns. I told you earlier, he's Team U version of Jalen Mildew. That's what he is. He's the Team U discounted half-off version of Jalen Mildew. Lou, did you know FSU's whole team sat out and UGA had every first-round draft pick from them? Yeah, that's not true at all. It's not even close to being true, actually. UGA was missing 27 players. Florida State was missing about 30. Look at this guy. Look at this guy here. How do you explain that? How do you explain that, trolls? Yeah. How do you explain that? You can't. You can't explain that. What am I looking for? It's a great question. I'll show you if I... Here you go. Here's all the Georgia players that didn't play. Count that list up. Count how many players you see there. That's how many Georgia players didn't play. I'll save you the trouble. It's 27. I'll save you the trouble. It's 27. Jaheim Bell could have just stayed at South Carolina if he just wanted to sit out the postseason. Now that's funny. That's funny. I like Jaheim Bell too. I like him. I don't like him sitting out the bowl game. I don't like anybody quitting on the bowl game. I don't like it when anybody quits. But I do like Jaheim Bell. I think he's a good player. DJ Ukulele committed to Florida State. What? Oh, boy. Oh, man. Well, 8-4. They're in the ACC, so they'll still win a lot of games because the ACC is terrible. But 8-4, I guess, for Florida State. 1st and 10 for Iowa. They're down 14-0, which is insurmountable. This game's over. A 14-point deficit for Iowa. It might as well be 114. Game's over. Only thing we can do now is just watch how Nico does in his first start. Nico looks like a 5th-year senior. What? What? He looks like a middle school kid, man. Tall, lanky, weighs 160 pounds. What are you talking about? He looks like a 5th-year senior. Iowa on the ground. Might have picked up a first down in that. Wisconsin is driving. They're on the LSU 39, but they're looking at a 3rd and 5 here. They're going to hand it off. Has room. And they're going to pick up the first down. Need a 5, gains 7. Keeps this drive alive. Wisconsin up 21-14 over LSU. Edgar Alice, thank you for the super chat, says, Littleton exposed every year. We've seen this movie before. Well, let's not forget, Maryland did beat Auburn. Got to let the Big Ten have something. Maryland did beat Auburn. Let's give Big Ten the credit they deserve. Unbelievable. First and 10 for Wisconsin. Uh-oh, big hole. 20, 15, 10, 5. Untouched 30-yard touchdown run for Wisconsin. Again, not an LSU defender in sight. And they're going to extend their lead now to 2 touchdowns. This is going to make it 28-14. Wisconsin up over LSU. UGA-OU 2017, best game ever, says Tercero87. That was an amazing game for sure. Iowa quarterback under pressure. Spin move. Look at this. Iowa quarterback hit the circle button before getting slung down for a 1-yard gain. Oregon kicks off. They're up 17-6 now. Starting to put it on the Sunday school, Liberty. Still got about 6 minutes to go until halftime in that one, I believe. Is that right? 7 minutes. 3rd and 9 coming up for Iowa. Not good. Not good. On their own 42 and 2. And 2 in addition to that, too. Back to throw. Also in 2. Incomplete as well. And also 4th and 9. 4th and 9 coming up for Iowa. The Sunday school? Yeah, Liberty. Liberty. I want to see a deep shot. Haven't seen one of those yet, says Grayson. Yeah, there hadn't been a lot of downfield passing yet from Nico. It's been a lot of hitch passes, screen passes, out in the flat, short little comeback routes. There's been a few, 1 or 2 downfield, but not many. But I'm with you. They have a lead now. I would assume maybe they open it up a little bit. But Iowa does have a good defense. I mean, that's probably got a lot to do with it. 4th and 9, Iowa's going to have to kick it away. Back to Tennessee. Tennessee's going to let this one hit and go into the end zone for a touchback. Liberty on the ground up to the 30. But there is a flag down. It was 2nd and 14, gain of about 10. But let's look at the flag. Lou, the West Coast adds to the little 10, save them. Lou D, West Coast adds to the little 10, save them. Well, they're getting some good teams in Oregon and Washington. They're getting a traditionally good program in Southern Cal. I don't think adding those teams makes the Big Ten worse. The QB for Iowa is corn-fed. He is a thick dude, ain't he? He's like the opposite of Nico. Iowa's quarterback looks like a tree stump that somebody cut off at about the 5'10" mark. Nico looks like a wet spaghetti noodle that somebody threw against a cabinet. 3rd and 5 for the Sunday school pass. Incomplete. They're going to have to punt it right back to Oregon. Oregon's up 17-6 in that one. I need more punts in this one. I've got under 71 is the bet I made on the Oregon-Liberty game. I took under 71 total points scored. So far, so good. There's only 23, but, Oregon can get on a roll and score quick, fast, and in a hurry in bunches. I don't need that to happen. Nico is a Mandarin word for fasting. That makes sense. I actually believe you. Good punt by Liberty all the way down to the 5-yard line. They're going to down it there. So with 6 minutes and 6 seconds to go in the first half, Oregon will take over 1st and 10 on their own 5-yard line. It's looking pretty good as far as the Pay-Lou goes on these early games. Hashtag Pay-Lou, but I've got Tennessee minus 5.5. I like my chances there. And I've got under 71 points scored in Oregon Liberty, and I still like my chances there, but I need Oregon to slow it down some. Crazy Weather Dude, what's up, buddy? He says, whoa, Todd, woo, have a great new year and morning. Yeah, happy new year to you and your family, too, buddy. I hope 2024 is great. I hope 2024 is great for y'all. I do. LSU will still win, says Jay Roddy. Well, he better start playing defense and start scoring. Here's a long pass by LSU. Touchdown in the corner of the end zone. You might be onto something there. You might be onto something there. I don't know. I don't know. Look at this. Oregon already. God, slow down, Oregon. They're already in Liberty territory. And now they're going deep again. Pass interference. Jesus. Oregon had the ball 1st and 10 on their own 5-yard line. I look away for 1 second. I look back. They're all the way down at the Liberty 40 already. Lou, Tennessee man says, bring on the Baltimore Ravens. Yeah, Tennessee man says a lot of dumb shit, don't they? Tennessee needs to go after Evan Stewart. Their receivers are not very good, says Hunter. Anybody would take Evan Stewart. Hell, anybody that can get Evan Stewart would take him. He's a hell of a receiver. Transferring out of Texas A&M. He's the real deal. Liberty going down the tube, says Mike. Yeah. Some might say they're going to hell. I don't know. Going to hell. Liberty's done gone to hell in a handbasket here. Type. Oh boy. Hashtag cancel Lou. Cancel Lou. 1st and 10 for Nico. Back to throw. Nowhere to go. What a shock. Runs again for 1 yard. Well, you better be wide open if you want Nico to throw you the ball. I mean, you better be wide open. First and goal already for Oregon. 4.5 minutes to go. Oregon, y'all need to slow down. Take Bo Nix out. Put the duds in. Let's go. On the ground for Tennessee on 2nd and 9. They're going to pick up 3 or 4 yards. 3rd down coming up for Tennessee. 5 minutes to go until halftime in that one. Oregon on the ground inside the 5 to the 3-yard line. It's going to be 2nd and goal for Oregon from the 3. Now would be a great time for Oregon to turn the ball over. Turn the ball over, Oregon. Let's go. Get Bo Nix out of there. I don't know if it's the screen passes or me getting older, but college football games has been looking more like high school lately, and it's masked by efficiency, says Caleb. Hold on. 3rd and 5 for Nico. Sacked again. Holding on to the ball. Scared to throw it. Unbelievable. The hitch pass, it's a disease. I agree with you. The whole idea of the hitch pass has become a disease, a cancer in college football. And like cancer, it's growing and has no obvious cure. So, like, you're frustrated to watch Tennessee do it, or, you know, whoever. You watch every team in the country, half their passes nowadays are at or behind the line of scrimmage. I know why they do it. An extension of the run game. Get your playmakers the ball in space. Blah, blah, blah. I get all that. But you're right. As a fan watching it, it gets tiresome. It gets tiresome. Austin Rogers says, Happy New Year, woo. How are we, SEC, doing in bowls? Well, they didn't do too good in the shitty bowls, but they're doing better in the bigger bowls. The ones that were played like around Christmas time, the SEC didn't do so good. The bigger bowl games that have been played over the last several days, they've done great. Oregon scored again. All right, now, that's enough scoring, Oregon. For real. That's enough now. It's 23-6. That's enough now. Take Bo Nix out. Put the duds in. You proved your point. That's enough. Iowa rolls out. Throws. Oh, my God. The receiver caught the ball. Unbelievable. 1st and 10 Iowa. 3:40 to go. Tennessee up 14-0. The extra point for Oregon is up and good. 24-6. That's a total of 30 points if you're keeping up at home. Uncle Lou bet under 71. I need Oregon to slow the fuck down. I need Oregon to slow the fuck down. Please. I need Oregon to slow down. Please. 1st and 10 for Iowa. Under center this time. Handoff right up the middle. Has some room. Drives forward for about 5 yards. 2nd and 5 coming up for Iowa. 3 minutes to go until halftime in that one. Flags down in the LSU-Wisconsin game. That's a 7-point game. Wisconsin 28, LSU 21. They're going to get Wisconsin for a false start. That'll back them up. 10:07 to go in the 3rd quarter in that one. Too bad Iowa didn't get to play LSU. They could have scored 40. 2nd and 4 for Iowa on their own 40. Snap. Handoff off right tackle. Nowhere to go. Big hit by Tennessee right at the line of scrimmage and stopped him in his tracks. 3rd down coming up for the Iowa man. Oregon's kickoff goes out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. They're now up 24-6. The Sunday school will take over 1st and 10 on their own 25. Ukulele to Florida State. Georgia scored 63, but you want Oregon to slow down. Yeah, Georgia scored 63 on a Power 5 team, kinda. Florida State's borderline Power 5. And I didn't bet the under in the Georgia game. I bet the under in the Oregon Liberty game, so of course I want them to slow down. It's common fucking sense. Try using it. 1st and 10 for Liberty. Back to throw. Pass complete out for a first down. Picks up about 12. Out route. 3:43 to go until halftime in that one. That loss to Alabama wrecked Daniels. Yeah, wrecked him so bad he won the Heisman. 2nd and 10 for Wisconsin. Quarterback forced out of bounds for no gain. 3rd and 10. Iowa's got to punt it again. It's their 28th punt of the game. Tennessee fields it at the 15. It's going to be slung backwards for a loss of a couple of yards on the return. 1st and 10, Tennessee with 1:43 to go. Get to see Nico run the 2-minute offense now. See what he can do with that. Liberty looking at a 2nd and 2, under 3 minutes to go until halftime. I need Liberty to get another couple of first downs and just let the clock run out for the first half. That'll be fine with me. Iowa hasn't scored in 6 quarters. Nobody want to watch that shit. I don't know if anybody wants to watch Iowa, but 914 people want to watch me watch Iowa. But can y'all hit the thumbs up, though? Can y'all hit the thumbs up? It really does help. 1st and 10 for Tennessee. Handoff in the 2-minute offense. Gains 1 yard, 2 yards. That's it. Nobody hands the ball off in a 2-minute offense like Nico. I'm about to leave you. Shout out to him. 1:30 to go until halftime now. Tennessee up 14-0. Tennessee's got 2 timeouts. Liberty back to throw. Pass complete behind the line of scrimmage. Hit right away and dropped for a loss of 3. 2nd and 8 for Tennessee. Shotgun for Nico. Back to throw this time. All day. Scrambles out to his right. Scared to throw the ball. Now he gets rid of it. Caught, but out of bounds. No, they say he caught it inbounds. Wow. Great catch. Look at this. Wow, yeah, he did get his foot down. What a catch. 1st and 10. Now they're going to stop the play and review it for 10 minutes. We all just saw the replay, and it's obvious to us within 3 seconds that he caught the ball. But instead, they got to stop the game and do a 15-minute review so they can get more commercial breaks in. That QB is 260 pounds. Man's at the wrong position, says Charcoal. Maybe. Seems like Lou taking less shit than normal today. It's my New Year's resolution. I'm taking less shit this year than I took last year. Tennessee will be a force next year. In what? I mean, Tennessee fans have been saying that every year since YouTube was invented, and you never even won the division during that time. I mean, what? I mean, when is that actually going to happen? Tennessee will be a force next year. Lucky Chucky says, I think he meant farce. Yeah, maybe he misspelled. Maybe it was a typo. Maybe he meant farce. That would be more accurate. That was a Fekong Peyton pass. My God. Yeah, shout out to Fekong Peyton. The Chinese Peyton Manning. Seriously, Lou, I'd get my money out of the Bama game. No. What do you mean, no? No. If I lose the bet, I lose the bet. What do you mean? I'm not going to change my mind. I'm not going to be homeless if I lose a bet on the Alabama game, I promise you. 1st and 10 for Tennessee. Shotgun. Back to throw. Nico looks. Scrambling around again. Sacked again. Holding on to the ball way too long again. Afraid to throw the ball downfield again. Looks like absolute shit again. Is this always the way his streams start, with random interjections? What? The stream started 2 hours ago. 1 hour and 38 minutes ago. You just clicked on it, maybe. I don't know. Nico throws downfield that time, but of course it was 15 yards underthrown Incomplete. 3rd and 15 for Tennessee. I'm the best cornhole player on my street, says Jason Randolph. You know, Georgia put Jackson Muschamp in the game in the 4th quarter against Florida State. He looked better than Nico. And he's a walk-on who's only on the team because he's Will Muschamp's son, and guy wouldn't see the field on any college football team anywhere. He looked better than Nico. 3rd and 15, Tennessee gives up by handing the ball off, steps out of bounds after a gain of 5. They'll have to punt it away with 29 seconds to go. Complete waste of a possession in the 2-minute drill that time for the ball tards. LSU goes deep into the 3rd row, out of bounds, incomplete. Lou, I'm ready for these semifinal games today. I think they might be the 2 best games in the college football playoff era. It'd be hard to beat the 2017 Rose Bowl and last year's Georgia-Ohio State game, my friend. It'd be really hard to beat those 2. Nico doesn't go through his progression. He stares down the receiver he wants to throw to. Man, that's not good. That's not good. I thought he was going 60-0 and winning 8 national titles. 29 days since Bama executed Order 66 in Atlanta. I don't know what that means. No idea what that means. D. Taylor says Chinese Peyton Manning. Lou, you need a failed troll attempt bit. If I had a bit for failed troll attempts, the entire stream would just be that bit. Where's Lou's Colorado hat? In the closet with the rest of the hats. When are you doing comments on the comments video again? Off season. Those are great videos to make in the off season. Those are great videos to make in the off season. Big Ten players are not strong enough to withstand the SEC for 60 minutes, says Jay Roddy. Wisconsin's doing a pretty good job so far. Order 66 is a Star Wars reference. Yeah, that's great. Nanu and that. 1st and 10 for Iowa on the 6. Handoff up the gut, picks up 6-7 yards. 2nd and 3. That's going to be the last play of the first half, though. 14-0. Tennessee's going to take that lead into the locker room up over Iowa. Let's take a look at the greatest quarterback in the history of mankind's stats for the first half here. Let's see. 7 of 13 for 94 yards with no touchdowns. That's amazing. The good news is he does have 10 carries for 23 yards, which is 2 yards per carry with 2 touchdowns. So it looks like Tennessee fans were right. Nico is winning 4 Heismans in a row, 6 national titles in a row. And Tennessee's not losing a game till at least 2027. Looks like they were right, we were wrong. Shout out to the Tennessee fans on that. Y'all were right. Everyone else with a brain was wrong. Lou, do you think Alabama wins the Natty? Sabi will retire on top. I don't get in the guessing when Saban will retire game. I've literally got no idea. Lou, what is your TV setup? What provider do you use for watching football? I have YouTube TV. I've got 3 TVs in here and 2 computer monitors, so depending on how I set everything up, I can watch 6 or 7 games at a time with split screens and different things like that. But like during bowl season, you don't really have a need for that. But like on Saturdays, I'll have 5 or 6 games on at a time in here during these streams. YouTube TV ? What's the question? What's the question? YouTube TV ? That's not really a question. I don't know why you put a question mark after that. What does that say? Nanu is a Robin Williams reference, says Stick D's. North Star TV is better. Great. Cut the cord, man. Cut the cord with your North Star TV, man. Quit living in 2015. What are you, a caveman? Cut the cord. Grayson Petralia says, Nico is a freshman, first start. Chill out on the hating. He's played hella good for his first half of football. He's played good. 2 touchdowns. You're mad you went Iowa. No, I bet Tennessee minus 5.5, you fucking retard. I've literally said it 100 times, including before the game ever started. So how about get you some Q-tips, clean that shit out of your ears, and listen up. I bet Tennessee minus 5.5. It wouldn't hurt my feelings if Nico actually knew what he was doing, but he doesn't. That's not my opinion. That's just watch the game. The guy's fucking terrible. As far as him being a freshman, nobody gives a shit. Plenty of freshmen go out and win games, man, and don't look like complete shit doing it. Jake Fromm was a fucking can of corn. In his first ever start as a true freshman, he beat Notre Dame on the road in Notre Dame. Believe it or not, it is possible for freshman quarterbacks to play and actually look like they know what the fuck they're doing. Besides that, Nico's been on campus practicing with Tennessee for 12 fucking months, an entire year. The idea that he's a wet behind the ears true freshman that was taking social studies yesterday is fucking retarded. The guy's been a student at Tennessee for 12 months, dummy. And he looks like he doesn't know what the fuck he's doing. He can't complete a pass. He can't read a defense. He holds the ball way too long. And when he runs, he's not any good at that either. That's why he's averaging 2 yards a carry and he's been sacked 19 times. Don't get mad at me because your fucking holy grail, your savior, the guy whose taint you've been licking for the last 2 years turns out not to be any fucking good. That's not an Uncle Lou problem. That's a Tard problem. Balls All Day says, Lou, your logic makes no sense, and then he spells sense wrong. Fucking retard. God damn. Makes no sense. S-I-N-C-E. Great. Listen, dude. Listen. Makes no sense. Not sense. Your comment makes sense. Read that. Read that. Read that, dummy. Yo, Lou, do you ever consider the offensive line when you judge QBs? Not saying you were wrong about Nico. Yeah, the offensive... What do you want me to do? Okay, so you want me to say Tennessee's offensive line is fucking garbage? Okay. Tennessee's offensive line is fucking garbage. Is that what you want me to say? Is that why you have 126 yards rushing in the first half? I mean, that's pretty good. In case you didn't, 126 yards rushing in the first half is pretty good, which is a pretty good sign that your offensive line might be pretty good. Nico's holding the ball for 19 seconds. He can't read the defense. He won't throw the ball. Oregon man 31-6. What? Oh no. They got the backups in scoring and it's not even halftime. Oh no. Oh no. I had under 71 in that one. I need Oregon. Oregon will slow down in the second half. What's the score right now? 31-6. The final score will be 63-6. That's fine. 63-6. That's a total of 69 points. For the South Carolina fans that might be watching, 69 is less than 71. So that would be fine. That would be fine. Don't look now, but the SEC has tied it up with Wisconsin. Here comes the extra point for the SEC. But first, we got to review something or take a timeout or referees need to have a meeting or something else fucking pointless. Wisconsin 28, LSU 27, 4:44 to go in the third. Nico looks great, says Grayson. Boy, Tennessee fans are down so bad that they think 7 of 13 for 94 yards is great. And 10 runs for 23 yards. 10 runs for 23 yards. That's amazing. I hope he does this great all next year. I hope he does this great all next year. If he did this in every single game, y'all'd want him benched in week 2. But somehow y'all are trying to convince yourselves he looks good. Uncle Lou's on a roll already. This evening will be epic. Just wait for the sunglasses to kick in. Yeah, the Alabama-Michigan game is going to be peak Lou. The Alabama-Michigan stream will be peak Lou. Speaking of the Alabama-Michigan stream, better make sure you get signed up on Patreon so you can hang out and watch the Alabama-Michigan game. That'll be peak Lou. We'll start that stream, about 4:45. When does that game even come on? 4:45, 5 o'clock? Comes on at 5. We'll start that stream around 4:45, but it's going to be on the Patreon page, so make sure you click that link and get yourself signed up for the Alabama-Michigan game. How you talking shit about Nico? He's doing just fine. I hope he continues to do just fine like this for the rest of his career. I hope he continues to complete 50% of his passes for 90 yards per half. I hope he continues to do that for his entire career. I hope he continues to do that for his entire career. I hope he completes 50% of his passes for 180 yards per game with no touchdown throws. Because according to you, that's just fine. So I hope that's what he does for his entire career. Dave Portnoy bets $1 million that Michigan wins against Bama, Lou. Yeah, he's a Michigan fan. He's a Michigan fan, and he's got $1 million to lose. I don't. I don't have $1 million to lose. Hey, Lou, is the Texas-Washington game being streamed? Yeah, that'll be on YouTube. So YouTube now, Patreon for Alabama, Michigan, back on YouTube tonight for Texas and Washington. Lou's in shambles. Yeah. Georgia just won 63-3. They've lost 3 games in the last 3 years. They've won 2 national titles in the last 3 years. They haven't lost to Tennessee since 2016. And you have a freshman quarterback who's completing 50% of his passes for 90 yards, and I'm in shambles. You figured it out. You figured it out. You have an amazing grasp of the obvious, man. You really do. If you were a superhero, you could be Captain Obvious. It'd be a great name for you. Finally getting around to kicking the extra point for LSU. They reviewed that play for an hour. The extra point is good. All tied up. LSU 28, Wisconsin 28. 4:44 to go in the third. LSU was a 9-point favorite in that game for anybody that might have bet that game. Our receivers have dropped every throw Nico has incomplete. Yeah, that seems to be what the Tennessee fans are saying, is that it's not Nico's fault. Y'all's offensive line is horrible and all your receivers are horrible. Okay. I mean, if that's the hill you want to die on, if that's the defense of Tennessee, Nico's amazing. Our wide receivers are terrible and our offensive line is terrible. Okay, well, good luck, I guess. Good luck. You ran for 130 yards in the first half behind that terrible offensive line. Can you explain that? Can you explain that? There's like 35 people in the stands at the LSU game. That's sad. That's real sad. The ReliaQuest Bowl, that's sad. Is this Tennessee's Super Bowl? No. Their home game against South Carolina was their Super Bowl this year. That was their biggest win of the year. Remember, they lost to a 5-win Florida team. They were blown out by Georgia again. Lost to Bama. Mizzou beat them by 40. Their Super Bowl was the home game against South Carolina when they wore some kind of gimmick uniform and sang a creepy version of Rocky Top. 7 of 13, 3 drops, 4 sacks, not 10, 2 rushing TD. You're mad he didn't come out and throw 3 picks. You don't get your wish. 3 wideouts are out playing top 5 D. That's a long list of excuses just to say that Nico didn't play good in the first half. We look good so far. That's finishing them off in the second half, says Paul Warren. Yeah. I hope Nico completes 50% of his passes for 90 yards in the second half, because according to Tennessee fans, that's great. I hope he completes 50% of his passes for 90 yards and no touchdowns, because according to y'all, that's amazing. Lou, your Liberty belonged in the college football playoff rant ain't looking so good. I never once said Liberty belonged in the college football playoff. I don't know what you're talking about. I never once said that. Ever. In fact, I said the opposite. I said the group of 5 shouldn't even be allowed in ever, period. So I don't know if you're just making shit up or if you're mentally retarded or if you heard somebody else say that. I don't know. But I'd never said a word about Liberty being in the playoffs. If you have Asperger's or fetal alcohol syndrome, I don't know what's going on there. Lou, where do these people come from? I don't. This is what happens when school's out, man. I don't know. Can we give Nico a pass? It's his first game. No, we can't give Nico a pass because if Nico was 18 of 20 for 220 yards with 2 touchdowns, y'all would be in the comments telling me he's a Heisman winner and he's winning 4 national titles because that's what y'all been telling me for 2 years about Nico. So no, we're not gonna. No, can't give him a pass. No. He hasn't played good. Big fan here, Lou. Happy New Year and Boomer Sooner. Thank you, Pool. Happy New Year to you and your family as well, buddy. Hope 2024 is a good one for you. Wisconsin already about to score again. Boy, this is about to turn into an old school Big 12 game here. Tanner Mordecai slung down behind the line of scrimmage for a loss, though. 2nd and goal now coming up for Wisconsin. This is what happens when everyone gets a participation trophy instead of just SEC fans. I'm not sure what that means. Uncle Lou, does YouTube TV have ESPN? Yes, they do. The only channel YouTube TV doesn't have that any football game came on this year is the CW network. And let's be real, the only games that came on the CW were ACC games, and nobody wants to watch those anyway. Nico needs 60 yards the second half to pass Michigan, the playoff team had against Iowa. That's amazing. So, is Nico the next JJ McCarthy? Boy, build the statue now. Build the statue now. Nico is the next JJ McCarthy. Guy averages 140 yards a game over the course of his career. Glass half full, I guess. Glass half full, I guess. Nico's going to be just as good as J.J. McCarthy. Woo, how do you explain that? LSU held them to a field goal. Shit, that's a giant win. That's a giant win in this track meet game here. 31-28, a minute 18 to go in the third quarter. Wisconsin 31, LSU 28. Nico is already the second best in the SEC behind Daniels. What? Holy shit. Well, at least it's not fucking Dolly Parton again. Gavin DeGraw. Anything's better than that dried up, rotted ass Dolly Parton they wheeled out onto the field in Knoxville a few weeks ago. Nobody in 2012 would believe this Wisconsin LSU scored. Oh, ain't that a fact, Caleb? That's a big fact. That's a big fact. Wisconsin set to kick off after that last field goal gave them a 3-point lead. When you slam Dolly, it shows desperation. Bro, go back and listen to her sing that song. It was fucking horrible. Open your ears, man. Open your ears. It's not 1982. Nobody cares about Dolly Parton. Dolly Parton is what better than any big name from Georgia? Okay. I don't care where Dolly Parton's from or who's from Georgia. That shit she did at the halftime in Knoxville was horrendous. DJ Ukulele transfers to Florida State. Yeah, somebody said that earlier. I guess it's true. I don't know. I haven't looked. Nico is the best 50% passer in the country, says the Biscuit. He might be. Might be. It's either him or Jaden Mildew. JR says it is true. Lou is jealous of Dolly Parton. Yeah, I wish I had 92 plastic surgeries. Raiola not getting playing time yesterday? What? Huh? Raiola not getting playing time yesterday. What does that even mean? Dylan Raiola's in high school. What are you talking about? Lou, who you want to win, Tennessee or Iowa? Tennessee. I bet Tennessee minus 5.5. I need Tennessee to win by more than 5.5. How do you feel about Noah Fafita? Boy, he's going to be fun to watch next year because there is no powerful. I mean, there's no big name obvious favorite in the Big 12 next year because of all the realignment. Arizona's going to have a chance to win the Big 12 next year. He looked good against Oklahoma. He had a good year too. So he's going to be fun to watch next year. Is Fafita the smallest QB ever? I don't know about the smallest ever, but he's pretty small. That's why he's at Arizona. If he was a little bit taller, he could have gone anywhere he wanted to go because he was great in high school, but a lot of teams passed on him because of his size. Are you betting on the Sugar Bowl? The Sugar Bowl is, what is that, Texas, Washington? Yes, I'm taking Texas minus 4.5 or whatever it is. I'll tell you. I've got Texas minus 3.5. I got it at 3.5. I don't know what it is now. I've got Texas minus 3.5. Lou, you might want to put your Atlanta hat on so you can confuse some of these 5-star dummies. OU is a mid-SEC team. Yeah, OU's got to do something about their offensive line and quarterback situation and in defense, really quick, fast, and in a hurry. It's going to be a long first year for them in the SEC. KJ Jefferson is transferring to UCF. That's interesting. Tennessee fans really do come out the woods at the end of the year. All season we heard Nico was better but didn't play a snap till now. He's trash, says Austin Rogers. Well, I don't know if he's trash, but he doesn't look great. He doesn't look like the greatest quarterback in history, which is what Tennessee fans have been telling us for 2 years. So ever since he committed 2 years ago, he seems to be having a big problem reading defenses. He's holding on to the ball way too long, happy feet. He got sacked once by his own offensive lineman. He's completing 50% of his passes for 90 yards, and he's got 20 yards rushing. So glass half full in Knoxville. When you have to slam an 80-year-old grandmother singing shows desperation. I don't discriminate against people based on age. Maybe you do. But whether somebody's 80 or 20, if they sing like shit, it's okay to say that. I promise. What are you, simp for 80-year-olds? Why? What's the difference? It was a terrible performance. 2nd and 15 for LSU. 3 seconds to go in the third quarter. This will be the last play. Incomplete pass. Into the third quarter. Wisconsin 31, LSU 28. Let me guess, Lou, Peyton sucked also. No, Peyton was pretty good, but he was winless all time against Florida and never won a national title. But other than that, he was pretty good. He was way better in the NFL than he was in college. Kind of the opposite of Tim Tebow. Peyton Manning's the opposite of Tim Tebow. If you're a Tennessee fan, really the only thing you can brag about with Peyton Manning is how good he did in the NFL. And the reality is, us college football fans don't give a shit about that. We don't. He didn't do anything at Tennessee except lose to Florida 3 years in a row. And obviously he didn't win the Heisman because no Tennessee players ever won the Heisman, nor will they. Watch Auburn go after Ty Simpson when he enters the portal after the playoffs, says K-Star. Lou, when do you think the Talking Vols Network will start their Nico for Heisman campaign? They started it 2 years ago over on the Soft and Balls channel. Second half underway, Tennessee and Iowa. Tennessee a 14-0 lead at halftime. They've got the ball to start the third quarter. First and 10 on their own 36. Nico's going to hand this one off. Dances around in the hole, hit and falls forward for about a yard. I think that's Dylan Sampson again. Second and about 9 coming up for Tennessee. I think OK DJ is going to do great things for FSU next season. What do you think, Uncle Lou? I disagree. Nico pass complete on an out route on second and 9. Picks up about 15. First down, Vols. When you going on the Vols channel again? Never. Never. Not that one. Not the Soft and Vols channel. Nico goes deep, and just like Joe Milton, he overthrows a wide open receiver by about 5 yards. Would have been a touchdown if he knew what he was doing. Josh says, just trolling this trash channel. Yeah, good luck with that, Josh. Let me know how it works out. Give me some more of these, Josh. Type. Lou, who's the better QB, McCarthy or Mildew? I'd take Mildew over McCarthy. He at least can run around. Neither one of them can really throw the ball. McCarthy's got a lot more experience. That's really the only advantage McCarthy has over Mildew. Josh is just here to sell fleshlights. Guess what? Nico held on to the ball too long again and got sacked. You gonna be mad at me about it? You mad at me? Did he help? Look at him. Look at him. Gotta throw the ball now. Nope. Nope. Lou said he's never going on that channel again. What the reason I'm not going back on there is because I went on there before the game 2 years ago. They asked me to come on their show 2 years ago before the Tennessee game. I said I would. I went on. I was respectful, kind, and nice. Didn't do any trash talking at all. Just talked about the game, while everybody in the comment section talked about my mama and my kids and everything else. Then Georgia blew out Tennessee 2 days later. I went back over to their channel, typed 1998 in the comment section, and they blocked me. So that's why I'm never going back to that channel. And they didn't just block me, they blocked every single Georgia fan in the comment section after they spent 3 weeks running their mouth and talking shit about Georgia. They then blocked every Georgia channel on there, or every Georgia person in their comment section. So I'm never going back to that channel again, ever. Lou, who has the better wide receivers, Texas or Washington? Man, you know, I don't know. NFL wide receivers all over the field in that game. Dunze is amazing. A.D. Mitchell, Xavier Worthy. I mean, I'd probably take Texas as a whole wide receiver group over Washington, but it's close, man. Washington's got some beasts out on the outside. Yeah, Soft and Balls was the name of the channel. Soft and Balls. 2nd and 8 for Iowa inside their own 10. Throws out of their own end zone, incomplete, boy. If you tuned into this Iowa-Tennessee game hoping to see good quarterback play, you came to the wrong place, didn't you? Who really considers Tennessee a powerhouse anymore? They can't beat or compete with the top of the SEC. Yeah, Tennessee hasn't even won their conference since last century. Tennessee hasn't even won the SEC since last century. 3rd and 8 for Iowa on their own 8-yard line. Give up play, handoff, good for 2. They're going to have to punt it away from their own end zone. It's going to be 4th and 6, the 10-yard line. They're going to be punting from their own end zone. I need Oregon to bench all their starters in the second half and stop scoring. I feel good on my Tennessee bet. I had Tennessee minus 5.5. I feel like that's gonna. I feel like I'm gonna win that one. But I bet under 71 points scored in the Oregon Liberty game. I'm gonna need Oregon to slow down in the second half, or I'm gonna lose that one. Are you gonna watch Georgia's daddy Saban win his 8th national championship? What are you talking about, next week? You talking about next week's games already? You're an Ohio State fan, by the way. I just thought I'd mention that. Lou, architecturally, who in the SEC has the best campus? Oh, I don't know. I haven't been to every campus. I've been to Georgia, Florida, South Carolina, Auburn, and Alabama. I haven't been to the rest of them, so I don't know. Big Ten offense is why Michigan defense is so good. Yeah, that's not true at all. That's just not true at all. If there's no way you can watch Michigan play this year and say they don't have a good defense. You just don't. You're football ignorant, or you haven't watched Michigan play a single game. One of the two. That's just ridiculous. Iowa, the worst 10-win team in history, says Dion Pryor. I don't know. Florida State's pretty bad. Florida State's pretty bad, ain't they? Hey, Lou, it'd be great if Missouri is the killer in the Ohio State dynasty. What Ohio State dynasty? What Ohio State dynasty? They've got one national title in the last 20 years. What kind of dynasty is that? There is no dynasty in college football right now. Ole Miss is nowhere near best campus, says Kane. I know a lot of people talk real high about Ole Miss campus, but I've never been there, so I don't. I don't know. I have no opinion on it. Ohio State has 2 national titles in the last 20 years, not one. Didn't they win in 2002? Isn't that 21 years ago? Actually, now it's 22 years ago. Have you tried typing about it? Have you tried typing about it, dumbass? How do you not know how long 20 years is? I mean, come on, buddy. Jesus. Some of you people, man. Who Velcros your shoes? Vandy is fun to watch. I mean, if you want to get technical, Ohio State's got like 2 national titles in the last 50 years. I mean, I didn't want to bring that up, but since you're having a hard time figuring it out, Ohio State's got like 2 national titles in the last 52 years or something. Two stops for LSU in a row. Yeah, but they got to score. Are you betting on the playoff games? Yeah, I took Bama +2 and Texas -3.5. All right, Tennessee with the ball on their own 37-yard line. 1st and 10, Nico in a shotgun. Hands off right up the gut. Running back dives forward for a couple of yards. 2nd and about 8 coming up now for Tennessee. Second half underway, Oregon and Liberty. 31-6, Oregon's up. They still got Bo Nix in. Oregon's got the ball. Yeah, they still got Bo Nix in there. On the ground, Oregon's going to gain 9, almost 10 yards. Slow down, Oregon. Slow down. J Stripe says Jari4. Yeah, Jari4. That's right. Hashtag Jari4. Nico is playing really good for a freshman. Yeah, he's completing 50% of his passes for 90 yards, and he's got 20 rushing yards. That's amazing. And he's been sacked 9 times. That's unbelievable. My mama says OSU fans like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're going to get, says Edward Branscombe. Happy New Year from your friend. Hey, what's up, Scotty? Good to see you in here, buddy. Happy New Year to you. Nebraska, Georgia, Florida, Miami, good playoff. What? 4th and 1. Tennessee's going to have to kick it away. Nico with yet another 3 and out. Unbelievable. Bo Nix won't be worth a damn in the NFL, says last shall be first. Oregon on 2nd and 9 picks up about 4 yards. 3rd and 5 coming up for the Ducks now. 3rd quarter just underway in that one. 31-6 your score. Oregon up over to Sunday school. Flag down in the Tennessee-Iowa game on that punt. See what this call is. John Johnson says Texas by 13. I hope so. I bet Texas minus 3.5. So that'd be fine with me if that's what happens. Give me liberty or give me death. I'll take death in that scenario. 3rd and 5 for Oregon. Bo Nix in a shotgun all by himself. 4 wide receivers. Back to throw. Nix in the pocket. Gets rid of it. Complete. Way too much cushion on the outside. Pushed out of bounds after a gain of about 10. 1st down, Oregon. Nico has 2 TDs. Good pocket presence. Good pocket. Sir, stop it. Stop. No. His pocket presence is horrible. That's the worst part of it. It's the worst part of it. He can't read the defense. He locks on to one receiver, and if that receiver's not open, he looks around like a chicken with his head cut off and then gets sacked. His pocket presence is horrible. Horrible. He has a 3-yard touchdown run. I mean, that's unbelievable. But come on, the guy has not played good. We need to stop. Just be realistic. Say it's his first start. Say he's a true freshman. Say he's got all offseason to improve. Say that. Don't come in here with the Nico is playing good thing. He's absolutely horrible. He can't complete 50% of his passes. He gets sacked on every other play. He's got 20 yards rushing. He threw for 90 yards in the first half. Just stop. Stop. It doesn't mean he'll be terrible next year, but he's not. I mean, all this talking y'all been doing about Nico for 2 years, this guy looks like he doesn't know what he's doing. Did you see the freshman play for Kansas State? That's a quarterback that got his first start that actually knows what he's doing. That quarterback for Kansas State that played last week, okay? Stop it. Nico doesn't look good. He doesn't look good. Just stop. Good pocket prep. Come on, man. Come on. Come on. He got sacked by his own offensive lineman in the first half because his pocket presence is so good. 3rd and 4. Going deep. LSU has a man. Oh, couldn't hang on. Big hit by Wisconsin. Knocked the ball loose. Would have been a big play for LSU. Instead, 4th and 4. They're going to have to kick it away with 9:13 to go into 4th quarter, and they're still down 3. Can we shut up this Anthony LaFleur? He is one of these extremely insecure Nebraska fans who act like they're the only team to exist, even though they have the longest bowl drought in all of college football. I don't even know who that is. What is that? Somebody in the comments section? I mean, I'm not going to get rid of somebody just for being annoying. If that was the case, there'd be nobody in here. You just have to ignore him, or you can block him on your own, but we're not blocking him from the channel just because he's annoying you. I agree with what you said about Nebraska, though. They're a fucking joke. They're terrible. And I don't think they're ever coming back. If Nico doesn't put some weight on, he's going to have a short career, says Mario. The ukulele is transferring to Florida State. Yeah, that's been mentioned a couple of times. That's interesting because I thought Florida State wanted Cam Ward from Washington State. What happened to that? I guess Cam Ward watched that Orange Bowl and went, holy fuck, I'm not going there. That's probably what happened. Florida, there was like 3 or 4 other quarterbacks that Florida State wanted higher on their list than DJ Ukulele, but after that Orange Bowl, they're lucky to get anybody. Oh, Cam Ward going pro? Okay. What game are you streaming on Patreon? Alabama versus Michigan is going to be on Patreon tonight at 5, or this afternoon at 5 o'clock. Here's the link. Alabama versus Michigan on Patreon at 5. Texas versus Washington right back here at 9. Georgia should be playing Texas, Washington, or Michigan. Well, they didn't beat Bama, so Georgia had their chance to get in, and they lost. Georgia should not be in the playoffs. Georgia should not be in the playoffs. They had a chance and they lost. Lou, give Nico some respect. Obviously, he's good. The Iowa defense is just better. It's not obvious that he's good. He hasn't done anything in this game for you to say he's obviously good. No. What has he done that is obviously good? Nothing. Nothing. He can run. He's ran for 20 yards. He's ran for 20 yards. Jackson Muschamp had 20 yards rushing in the Orange Bowl. Is he good? 4th and 6. Iowa's going to have to kick it away. Flea flicker for Oregon. Boy, look at this. That's going to be a touchdown. Look at all those blockers. Oregon's out here running flea flickers. It's going to be, what, 38 to 6? All right, that's enough for Bo Nix. Take all the starters out. Uncle Lou, not only Florida State disrespected the Orange Bowl, they quit and gave up in their own state. The Orange Bowl is played in Florida. Unbelievable. Yeah, that was an embarrassing display by Florida State. Not just the game, but everything they did and said over the last 30 days. It's just sad and embarrassing for them. They ought to be ashamed of themselves. What do you think of that freshman QB Ohio State played in the bowl game? He was horrible. He was horrible. But he didn't practice as the starter for 30 days. Nico did. Nico's been practicing for how long to be the starter in this game? 2 weeks. That guy for Ohio State only got put in because somebody else got injured. But he wasn't any good. He was terrible. He's worse than Nico by far. 2nd and 3. Tennessee's going to be a little short. 3rd down coming up for Tennessee. All the FSU belly aching has gotten old, says Tercero 87. Well, they're not going to stop. That I can promise you. Nico, 1 carry for 19 yards. The other 10 carries combined for 1 yard. Yeah, that's a shame, isn't it? 1st and 10 for Tennessee. A handoff. Nowhere to go. Uh-oh, bounces outside. Has some room. Nice looking play that time. Dylan Sampson up the gut. Iowa had it stuffed. Spin move and bounced it outside. That ends up picking up 5 or 6 yards. 8 yards. That was a good looking play. 2nd and 2 now for Tennessee. Nico back to throw. Here we go again. Afraid to throw the ball. Runs for 2 yards. Runs for 2 yards. Build a statue now. Jackson Arnold looked like warm piss. Jackson Arnold looked horrible. Horrible. Yeah, at least Nico doesn't have 4 turnovers. That's better than Jackson Arnold. Nico doesn't have any turnovers, I don't believe. 1st and 10. Handoff. Picks up a couple of yards. 2nd and 8. If I was Tennessee, I'd just run the ball every single time. It's pretty obvious they can't throw it. Not with Nico. They might as well just run the ball the whole time, kill the clock, and get out of here with a 14-0 win. Why are you hating on Bama for scheduling Texas instead of play a cupcake game? Who? Me? I haven't said one word about Bama. Must be talking to somebody in the chat. You're not talking to me. LSU losing to 7-win Wisconsin. Wow, SEC is so good. You're a North Carolina fan. Blown out by West Virginia. Yeah, Drake May and barely made a bowl game. Nico sacked again because he can't get rid of the ball. What is Nico is... Look, listen. I don't want to hear another goddamn word. He's Tennessee. The guy's afraid to throw the fucking ball. He can't read a defense to say, look at him. He's fucking lost and confused. Look, what is he looking at? What is he doing? The fuck is he doing? Not good. Lou didn't the Kansas State quarterback go 14 of 31 for like 180 yards? I have no idea what his stats were. I just watched the game. I have no idea. But I watched the game and he looked really good. He's a freshman, Lou. Yeah, I know. Lots of freshmen play and are able to complete passes. He just fumbled, but hey, he's a freshman. Fumbled twice in the same play. Nico just fumbled twice on the same play. He's a freshman, Lou. Was he a freshman in October when y'all wanted Joe Milton benched and Nico to start? I mean, come on. Y'all have been telling us how good Nico is for 2 years. The guy's terrible. Y'all have been for 2 years telling us that Nico's the greatest quarterback in college football history, and he's terrible. In October, you wanted Joe Milton benched, and you wanted Nico to start. The guy's terrible. Was he a freshman then? I know it's his first start, but he's playing terrible. What? Look, I don't have to say Nico's playing terrible, but it's his first start. We all know this is Nico's first start. He's playing like complete shit. Okay? That doesn't mean he'll play like this every game next year, but there's Tennessee fans in here trying to convince themselves that Nico is playing good. He's not playing good. He's playing terrible. He's playing terrible. You can type it's his first start as many times as you want. It doesn't change the fact that he's playing terrible. He's playing terrible. Y'all told us he was winning 3 Heismans and 3 national titles. I haven't seen any evidence of that. You got to give him time to memorize all 11 plays. That's right. I forgot about that. Tennessee's got 11 plays. I mean, look, maybe he plays good next year. I don't know. But he's playing terrible today. That's what we do know. Y'all have been telling us how good Nico is for 2 years. This is the first time we've seen him play, and he's playing terrible. Those are just the facts. Those are just the facts. You know, just because something makes you mad doesn't mean it's not true. 1st and 10 for Liberty on their own 25. They're down 38-6. Pass complete and out of bounds at the 30. Picks up 5 yards. Agent C says just because someone fumbles twice in one play and can't read a defense and has bad pocket presence and is scared to throw the ball doesn't make him bad. Just means he's super good. Thank you, Agent C. Andrew, thank you for the super chat. He says, cut Tennessee fans a break. The only difference between them and Nebraska fans is that Tennessee fans are related to their parole officers. Wow. Wow. Might be some truth to that. I don't know. I didn't say that. That was Andrew that said that. Blowing your own money because you hate Tennessee is hilarious. You got to be a fucking moron, man. I bet Tennessee minus 5.5. Do you understand gambling? Do you know what that means? I bet Tennessee minus 5.5. Do you know what that means? That means I bet Tennessee to win. How is that blowing money? You fucking idiot. They're up by 14. 14 is more than 5.5. Holy shit, y'all are stupid. Golly, y'all are dumb. I think Trevor Etienne is going to have a good rushing year at Georgia. I believe he may get us back to where our rushing game used to be, says Bubba Tweet. He'll get us closer back to where it used to be than we are right now, that's for sure. How much did you bet in the SEC championship? Did I bet on? I don't think I bet on the SEC. I don't usually bet on Georgia games. I don't think I bet the SEC championship. Now I bet with some people in the chat on the SEC championship, like a couple of Bama fans. Literally impossible to score 14 points in the time left. Well, it's almost impossible for Iowa to score 14 points in any game, period. Never mind what's left of this game. I agree with you there. Uh-oh, the Sunday school with a big play. Down in the red zone. Iowa inside their own 5 again. 2nd and 11. Play action pass. Standing in the end zone. Throws complete. Only picks up 4 or 5 yards, though. 3rd and long coming up for Iowa. 1st and 10 for the Liberty school. The Sunday school. They're in the red zone. 38-6 is our score. 8:50 to go in the 3rd quarter. 1st and 10 on the Oregon 23-yard line. Shotgun, motion, snap. Rolls out, looking to throw. Dumps it off to the running back in the flat. Picks up about a yard, maybe 2 before stepping out of bounds. It's going to be 2nd and about 9 now for Liberty. 3rd and 7 for Iowa. Shotgun, snap, back to throw. Steps up, he's going to be sacked. Now he fumbles, and I believe Tennessee recovered at the 2. Looks like Tennessee jumped on it. It's going to be 1st and goal, Tennessee on the 2. Looks like another 2-yard Nico touchdown run is on deck. 31-28, Wisconsin's still up over LSU. LSU's got the ball 1st and 10 on their own 13. They're running out of time, though. 5 minutes to go. Nussmeier wants to throw. Nowhere to go with it. Has to get rid of it out of bounds. James Pierce with the strip sack. I'm sorry it wasn't a safety. It was a fumble. A touchdown for Tennessee. Vols defense looking the best they have all year. Defense playing great. Mario says Iowa has no offense. That's also true. Iowa scored only 3 points in the last 9 quarters. That's embarrassing. Tennessee always hype. That's true. Tennessee is looking better than you, gay. What? Sir. My God. Take the butt funnel out. You know what? My God. Take the butt funnel out, dude. You've had enough. What are you talking about? 1st and goal for Tennessee. Nico under center. I formation. Handoff. Wow. Hit at the line of scrimmage and drove backwards. Dylan Sampson, no gain on the play. 2nd and goal coming up for Tennessee. Mordecai is a better QB than Nussmeier. He's looked better in this game. Bootleg Nico so he can put 21 points on for Lou to win money. I'm going to win anyway. Tennessee's only got to win by 5.5. There's no way Iowa scores, I don't think. I think Tennessee's going to shut them out. 2nd and goal for Tennessee. So, I'm going to win the Tennessee bet. Nico rolls out, wants to throw, scared to do it, now runs. Is that a touchdown? It's close. Touchdown, Tennessee. Nico rolled out to throw the ball. He was scared to do it, so he tucked tail and ran for another 2-yard touchdown. Nobody runs 2-yard touchdowns like Nico. Nico might be the best quarterback in the country at 2-yard touchdown runs. Ooh, I don't know about that. I don't know about that. That might come back. If they review that, that might come back. That looked like that might have been a little bit short. 3 touchdowns for the bad QB. Yeah, I think he's up to 25 yards rushing now. How many? What does he have? 3 3-yard touchdown runs. I think Trevor Etienne. Oh, I think I read that. Nico winning you money, Lou. Just maybe nobody was open with that top 5 defense. Did you think of that? Every single time he drops back? Yeah. Okay. Look, y'all can make whatever excuses, say whatever you want about Nico. There's not a human being on planet Earth that thinks Nico has played a good game today. Unless they're just a Tennessee homer with orange shades on. That's it. Any independent observer who has watched this game would have to come to the conclusion that Nico has not played well at the quarterback position. He's got a couple of 3-yard touchdown runs. And that's it. He's completing 50% of his passes for 120 yards or whatever it is. "21 points," says, Jesus Christ. Y'all are so fucking dumb. Y'all are so dumb. Mickey says he's short. Yeah, they're reviewing it. They're looking at it now. DJ officially going to Florida State. Yeah. We've talked about that a couple of times. LSU still down 3. Running out of time against Wisconsin. 31-28 is the score in that one. The scoring is slowed down in the second half. Here comes the extra point for Tennessee. They reviewed the play and said that Nico did get in. The kick is up, and it's good. Tennessee 21, Iowa 0. Pay Lou. A minute 43 to go in the third quarter. There's no way Tennessee blows this. Pay Lou. Uh-oh, LSU with a big play up to midfield. LSU said it ain't over yet. First and 10, LSU at midfield, 4:40 to go. They're down 3. Tennessee has a player down. Let's hope he's okay. Number 11, Ball. Trainers are out looking at him now, so let's hope he's okay. Wow, another big play by LSU's got them down in the red zone now. Crazy catch on this one, too. Look at this. Here's the replay. Look at it. Look at that. LSU's in business now. 4 minutes to go. They're down 3. First and 10 on the 12. Snap. Handoff. Inside the 5 to the 4. It's going to be second and goal from the 4. Jimbo to Florida, says Thad Hart. Boy, that would make me extremely happy. You could tell Lou is getting more scared of Nico by the minute. Boy, nothing gets past you, King J. Nothing gets past you, buddy. Nothing gets past you, man. Tennessee player is walking off the field under his own power with a limp, though, so I don't know if it's an ankle or a knee, but at least he's able to walk off. Second and goal for LSU on the Wisconsin 4. Shotgun, snap, Nussmeier back to throw. Into the end zone, caught, touchdown, Corn Dog. Touchdown, Corn Dog. LSU is going to take the lead with just under 4 minutes to go. 4-yard touchdown catch by Brian Thomas. 34-31, an extra point will make it 35. Lou, what do you think about Florida fans wanting Arizona's head coach? He looks good out there, doesn't he? He's done turned Arizona around quick. They were a 1-win team 2 seasons ago. Now they're 10-3. And might win the Big 12 next year. They're going to be one of the favorites. They're going to be one of the favorites to win the Big 12 next year. I think them and Kansas State going to be really good next year. Nico was just a number 1 QB in the country coming out of high school. Well, no. That would be Arch Manning. But it doesn't matter whether he was 1, 2, or 3. He was very highly recruited. Everybody wanted him. But he's not playing good today. I don't understand why that's so hard for people to understand. He's not played good at all. He looks lost in the pocket. He can't complete passes. He's been sacked 9 times because he holds on to the ball too long. Fumbled twice in one play. Got sacked by his own offensive lineman on one play. He hasn't played. He hasn't looked good. Y'all have been telling us about, Nico's winning 3 Heismans and 3 national titles. Y'all been telling us that for 2 years. This is the first game we've seen him play, and he doesn't look good. That doesn't mean anything other than that. Doesn't mean, I don't know what he's going to look like next year, but he doesn't look good right now. I don't really care. I mean, makes you mad or what? I mean, some of you are acting like you're blind or football ignorant, you're talking yourself into a circle. It's weird. It just doesn't look good. He hasn't played good. I don't know why that's so hard to admit. Lou, are you looking forward to playing Uncle Nico next year? Yeah. Of course I am. At least he looks no worse than Milroe in the beginning. That's true. Just because you can run doesn't mean that you're a good QB. SEC football says, Lou, you think Bama takes over Michigan from talent difference? There ain't that much of a talent difference between those two, but I think Alabama wins the game. He's going to get 6 wins bare minimum next year. Yeah, that's about the standard at Tennessee. Having they averaged 6 wins a year over the last 15 years. 1st and 10 for Iowa. They're down 21-0, 112 to go in the third. Back to throw. Gets rid of it, batted down at the line of scrimmage, incomplete. 2nd and 10 coming up now. Oregon with the ball back up 38-6. Looking at a 3rd and 8. They're at midfield. Jet sweep. Gets to the outside, and he's close to a 1st down. They might mark him a little short. Let's see. You know Dan Lanning's going to go for this, even if it is short. If it's short, it's barely short. Second and 10 for Iowa. Empty backfield, shotgun, bunch of wide receivers. Oregon did get the 1st down. 1st and 10, Oregon. Pass complete to the tight end. Drags a Tennessee man forward for an extra 5 or 6 yards. End up picking up about 9 yards. Boy, he dragged that Voltard halfway down the field. Drug him like a dead body. Ryan Todd, thank you for the super chat. He says, Voltard's already designating their 2024 national championship banner just to go 7-5 and play in a Pop-Tart Bowl against the Alabama School for the Deaf. LSU defense going to give up this touchdown, says college football guy. That's a pretty good bet on any possession against LSU. That's a pretty good bet on any possession against LSU. 1st and 10 for Wisconsin. Under 2 minutes to go. They're down 4. So a field goal does them no good. They got to score. And somebody has taken a timeout here. 1st and 10 for Wisconsin on the LSU 40, but somebody's done took a timeout. Got to take another 10-minute commercial break. Big game, Brian Kelly's going to choke, says Johnny Red Dot. You think this is a big game? The ReliaQuest Bowl? I'll bet anybody we win more than 6 games next year. Anybody, says Bo Honey. Anybody want to take him up on it? Uncle Nico losing to Georgia big. Yeah, Georgia will beat Tennessee next year. That's for sure. 3 touchdowns and no turnovers. That's right. He's got 3 2-yard touchdown runs. He's completing 50% of his passes for 120 yards. He's been sacked 11 times, including once by his own offensive lineman. Fumbled twice on the same play. Has terrible pocket presence. Afraid to throw the ball more than 5 yards downfield. And once again, 3 3-yard touchdown runs. LSU in a shootout with 7-5, Big Ten West Wisconsin. Yeah. Well, every game LSU's played this year has basically been a shootout because they have no defense. He had to get us to the 2-yard line 2 times. No, your running game did that, not Nico. Your running game did that. 2nd and 4 coming up for Wisconsin on the LSU 35. Under 2 minutes to go. 4 wide receivers for Wisconsin. Shotgun. Snap. Back to throw. Mordecai looks over the middle. Incomplete. 3rd and 4 coming up for Wisconsin. $21-0 overall is good. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with a score to game. Nothing wrong with a score to game at all. Alabama game getting closer. Yeah, 5 o'clock on the Alabama game. I'll be streaming that one on Patreon. How can you look at what Nico is doing against a top 5 defense at first start and say he's playing bad? So, have you watched the game? Yes or no? Yes or no? So you've seen Nico go 9 of 16 for 119 yards, right? You've seen that. Right? Right? You've seen him hold the ball. You've seen him be afraid to throw it, right? You've seen him run the ball 15 times for 27 yards. That's less than 2 yards a carry. You've seen all that, right? He hasn't played good, buddy. He hasn't played good. Come on. First and 10 for Wisconsin. Pass is complete. Picks up about 8 yards and shoved out of bounds, which will stop the clock with 1:36 to go. They need a touchdown. They're down 4. They're in the red zone. Field goal does them no good, though. They're going to have to score a touchdown to win this one. They're down 4, 35-31. 1:36 to go. Here comes the 2nd and 2. Oregon back in the red zone, too. Jet sweep for Oregon. Picks up about 6-7 yards. Uh-oh. Fumble. Wisconsin fumble. I believe Wisconsin recovered. LSU had a great chance to recover the ball and couldn't. And Wisconsin's going to hold on to it here, but it's going to be a loss, a big loss on the play. Quarterback was scrambling for his life, got hit, fumbled the ball. It's clearly a fumble. It's clearly a fumble. His arm was never coming forward. LSU had a great chance to jump on it, couldn't get it. And Wisconsin's going to keep possession, but they're going to be backed up here. A minute to go and the clock is ticking. They're on the 32 now. Back to throw. Running for his life again. He's going to be sacked all the way back at... No, he fumbled. Wisconsin recovers again. All the way back at the 45, though. It's going to be 4th and 6 miles. Oklahoma's going to win the SEC over Bama next year. Wow. Never mind. That's John Curtis. If y'all see John Curtis in the comment section, he's the 2nd dumbest person on this channel, behind G. White. G. White's the dumbest, but John Curtis is the 2nd dumbest. So just remember that anytime you read anything he types. Fourth and 25 coming up for Wisconsin. Wow, game on the line. They're down 4, 38 seconds to go. 1st and 10 for Iowa. They're on their own 49. Tennessee up 21-0 in this one. Just under 14 and a half minutes to go in the 4th quarter. Iowa throws. Intercepted by the Tards. 40, 30, 20, 10. Walks into the end zone. Touchdown, Tards. Tennessee fans are going to find a way to give Nico credit for that. What do you mean, Lou? Didn't you see Nico intercept that pass and run it in for a touchdown? Didn't you see Nico do that, Woo? Wisconsin fumbled again on 4th down. So just to recap, Wisconsin got the ball back with 3 minutes to go. They were down 4. They drove all the way down the field at the 25-yard line. Nothing on 1st down. They then fumbled on 2nd down, fumbled on 3rd down, and fumbled on 4th down. They fumbled 3 plays in a row. The quarterback all 3 times. Yeah, it was the quarterback all 3 times. LSU takes over at midfield, and this one's going to be over. Extra point up and good. Tennessee extends their lead 28-0 over Iowa after that Nico interception return for a touchdown. Nico's 4th touchdown today. LSU takes a knee and the game is over. LSU 35, Wisconsin 31. Sorry, Tard Hill. Sorry, Tard Hill man that was in here earlier, bouncing his chin off of Wisconsin's taint. Sorry. Let's go. We are Cheese Bowl champs, baby, says Paul Warren. Cheese Bowl. Nico called the play out for the defense. Yeah, thank you, Yagmir, for the super chat. Yeah, you're right. Nico called that out. Nico called that out. LSU hangs on and Tennessee is dominating. Yes, they are. My Tennessee minus 5.5 is golden. Pay Lou. I just need Oregon to stop scoring. That's what I need now. The two bets I had were Tennessee minus 5.5. That's a winner. They're up 28. And I had under 71 total points in the Oregon Liberty game. And right now we're at 44 points. So I need Oregon to stop scoring. End of the third quarter in the Oregon game. Hopefully they put the duds in and just run the clock out. Now Bama got the manhandle. Michigan, says Bo Hunting. Yeah, I bet Bama +2. I bet Bama +2 and Texas minus 3.5. Those are the bets I have on the playoff games. Tennessee and LSU did its job. Bama will handle business tonight, says Sacred Grove. That's a lock, Lou. Oregon's not running it up. I hope so. They're about to score right now. So here it is. Well, no, down at the 1 yard line. It's going to be 3rd and goal from the 1 yard line for Oregon. 38 plus 6 is 44 points. If they score again, that's going to be 51. I'm 3 touchdowns away from losing. Well, right now I'm 4 touchdowns away from losing, but they're about to score. I can't have 4 more touchdowns, and they're about to score 1. So I can't have 3. There can't be 3 touchdowns scored in the fourth quarter, or I'm going to lose the Oregon bet. 3 touchdowns by Oregon in the fourth quarter would put them over 71. I need to score to stand for the Tennessee game. You ain't got to worry about that. Tennessee's going to cover the 5.5. What you had Tennessee minus 5.5. You don't have to worry about that. You're golden there. I had that too. Want to make some money? Take Bama money line plus 105. After this, Oregon eases up. I hope so. I hope so. I hope you're right. I hope you're right. Liberty will score 1 or 2 more times. I don't know. All they've got is 2 field goals. No. Not 2 field goals. They scored once and missed the extra point. That's what they did. We want UJ and Bama together. Huh? I'm not sure what that means. Never bet on duck games, says 2 Kings Slots. Liberty has more heart than FSU. That's a fact. That's true. It's 100% true, actually. 110% true. Don't worry, I just DM'd Oregon and told them to stop scoring. Thank you, Colby. Are you on that too, under 71, Colby? Are you on that too? Hold on. What did I miss? Nico get another 2-yard touchdown run, or what did I miss? Sorry, that was a food delivery. Food delivery. Sorry. What did I miss? Lou, do you agree with one P5 team getting an automatic bid to the 12-team playoff? 4 teams are getting an automatic bid, not one. 4 teams are getting an automatic bid. Or 4 are getting a bye. 6 are getting an automatic bid. Unless they change it. They tried to change it to 5, but the vote failed. So as of right now, 6 teams get an automatic bid. The highest ranked, the 6 highest ranked conference champions right now get an automatic bid next year. The top 4 get a bye. My stupid bet might pay off. Plus 1,600 on Tennessee winning by 25-30. Wow, I hope you hit that, man. That would be a big one. Yeah, man, that would be a big one. I hope you hit it. Nice. Boy, that would be a good one. Big Ten in shambles, says Home Slice. Yeah, Big Ten down bad. Mike Nixon says, nothing new for Wisconsin. They love shitting on their own foot in the second half of games. I've got the traditional New Year's. My dad dropped it off. My dad just dropped it off. That's what that was. So, pork, mashed potatoes, black-eyed peas, collard greens, cornbread. I'm going to try to, I'm hoping I'll have enough time between these games and the Alabama game to actually sit down and eat. Alabama is going to thump Michigan, says Paul Warren. Kerry Duvall says, Auburn couldn't even beat Maryland with Baby Tua not playing. Yeah, that was sad. Auburn humiliated themselves. They looked bad, too. They looked real bad. Lou, what do you think about the ukulele going to FSU? Florida State down bad, man. They had a list of good quarterbacks they wanted, and I guess none of them wanted to go there after they saw what Florida State did in the Orange Bowl, so they're stuck with the ukulele. Huge step down from Jordan Travis, obviously. Hey, Uncle Lou, can you help me start a GoFundMe for Napier's buyout? Iowa QB under pressure, and he's going to get sacked at the 45. Coming up on 11 minutes to go. 45-6 is our score. What? 45 plus 6, that's 51 points. I can't have 3 more touchdowns. Oregon's going to have the ball on their own 1-yard line after that Liberty punt. So it would be a long touchdown drive if Oregon were to get one. But I bet under 71 points in the Oregon-Liberty game. Right now they're at 51. I feel pretty good. There's 10 minutes to go. I got to be honest with you. I'm starting to feel pretty good about hitting that Oregon bet. I'm obviously going to hit the Tennessee bet, so I'm off to a good start today. Fuck the bookie, pay Lou. I'm off to a good start today. Fuck the bookie, pay Lou. Was Iowa's team total under over 1 point? I don't know what their team total was. That's a good question. 4th and 15, Iowa's going to go for it. Back to throw. Under pressure. Steps up. He's going to run and picks up the first down and then gets upended. Wow. But picks up a first down. Needed 15, gained 17. You know what? I might as well just eat in here. I'm hungry. I don't think y'all will care. I don't think y'all will care if I go ahead and just eat right in front of you. All right, let's see what we got here. Let's see what we got here. What is this? Pork. Pork loin. Cornbread. Black-eyed peas. Collard greens. And it's about to be go time. It is about to be go time now. Here we go. Fork, knife, pepper, hot sauce. The hot sauce goes into collard greens and the black-eyed peas. Watch this. Watch this. Bam! 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 Another notch! That's how you do it right there, ladies and gentlemen. And then there's no such thing as too much pepper. There's no such thing as too much pepper. How do you think Nussmeier played? I didn't watch nearly as much of that game as I did the Tennessee game, so I really can't say for sure. He didn't play well in the first half, it didn't seem like. Oh. I wish there was somebody here so I could slap them. This is so good. What hot sauce is that? That's Tabasco sauce. What are you eating? New Year's Day meal. Pork, black-eyed peas, collard greens, and cornbread. What is this good? What would you be doing today if you weren't streaming? I'd be sitting in that movie theater chair right there watching these games. I'd be sitting right there in that movie theater chair watching these games. Collard greens and peas is dog shit food? Well, I'm not giving you any anyway. Don't worry about it. It's not. None of it's for you. Sorry, I don't have any dinosaur-shaped chicken nuggets to offer you. Tennessee's still up 28-0. 8.5 minutes to go in the game. Iowa's got the ball. And they are driving. Oregon up 45-6. Oregon's got the ball on their own 35. 8.5 minutes to go. Pass incomplete. It's going to be 3rd and 14 for Oregon. They've taken the starters out. Bo Nix on the sideline. So he's played his last college down. 4th and 6 for Iowa. Pass incomplete. Turnover on downs. Nico with the pass breakup for Tennessee. And the Vols will take back over 1st and 10 with 8:04 to go in the 4th quarter. They're up 28-0. What time does Auburn play in the semifinals? I'm not a believer in many things, but I believe in luck. Happy New Year's, Lou. Thank you, Eric. Lou just want to say who MVP of Citrus Bowl is. I have no idea. Who is it? First down pass complete for Tennessee. It's going to be 2nd and what, 2? 2nd and 2 for the Vols. Handoff. Picks up the first down, gain of about 4 or 5. Selden with the carry. 1st and 10 Tennessee, 7.5 minutes to go. Another pass complete, this time gain of about 5. 2nd down coming up for Tennessee. 7 minutes to go in the 4th. Boy, these collard greens are good. Second and 4 for Tennessee. Under 7 minutes to go now. Shotgun for Nico. They're on their own 41. A handoff. Finds a hole and dives forward for a first down. Picked up about 6 that time. Selden again with the carry. That's good cornbread. On the ground again, only gains about a yard that time. 2nd and 9. Love what I'm seeing the Vols. Love what I'm seeing from the Vols. Nico, an impressive 3 touchdowns. And defense doing very well on top of that. Excited for the future. Also, Happy New Year, Lou. Thank you, Jeremy. But Nico can't complete a pass to save his life. 2nd and 8. Uh-oh, big run up the middle. Could be a touchdown. Inside the 20, tackled at the 19, caught from behind Dylan Sampson with a huge run right up the middle, and Tennessee's into red zone again with 5.5 minutes to go in the game. Second and 8. Nico throws complete inside the 10. Oh, Nico threw a touchdown pass. What? All right. Plan the parade. It's time for the parade. Nico has thrown his second touchdown pass of the season. Winning 3 Heismans for sure. Tennessee's going 55-0 over the next. Tennessee's not losing a game to at least 2027. Look at this. Completion to a wide open receiver. Touchdown pass. Tennessee's not losing a game to at least 2027. It's official now. 34-0. All right, sorry. Had to go get a refill. Lou eating chitlins? No. Pork loin, black-eyed peas, collard greens, and cornbread. I don't like chitlins. I don't eat chitlins. I can't eat those. Man, that's good. Ray, thank you for the super chat. He says, just signed up on Patreon. Can't wait for the game, man. That's going to be a good one. Michigan and Alabama is going to be a hell of a game, man. A hell of a game. Charcoal, thank you for the super chat. Let's take a second and congratulate Clemson on having the best bowl win in the ACC, defeating 7-5 Kentucky by a whopping 3 points. Such an ACC accomplishment. Dogman Oklahoma says, Vol fans love celebrating mediocrity. Damn. Is that true, Vol fans? Is that true? 45-6 still the score, but Liberty just fumbled and gave the ball back to Oregon. But there's only 6 minutes to go. I can't see 3 more touchdowns being scored in this game. I think I'm going to hit that bet. I had under 71 points total in this game. Right now they're at 51 points. I can't see 21 more points being scored. I can't see that in 6 minutes, even with this turnover. Oregon's got all the starters out. Bo Nix is out. They've got the backups and the duds in now. So I think I'm going to hit both bets. I'm definitely going to hit Tennessee -5.5. That's a lock at this point. And I just need under 71 points to hang on in this Oregon game. And I'll be 2-0 on the day. Thank you, Ryan, for signing up on the Patreon page. Yeah, the Alabama-Michigan game will be streaming over on the Patreon page at 5 o'clock. So about an hour from now. There's a link to the Patreon page for those of you that don't have it. As much as I love the Ducks, I still can't fuck with these jerseys. Too North Dakota State for my liking. Yeah. Lou eating at home cooking. Yeah, it is home cooking. It's good too. B-Bean says, does Lou like us? I like some of you. Someone says Voltards have magically appeared. Do you actually show the game on Patreon? No, you can't. You get shut down. Oh, no. My streams are not to show the game. They're just to react to the game and to talk about the game with y'all in the chat. That's it. Tennessee will go 4-8 next year, says Rammer Jammer Yellow. Boy, they don't want to hear that. Nico is the best 6'10", 100-pound running back I've ever seen, says Dr. Bark. Are the Big Ten homers talking about their Fox TV contract, knowing their teams suck? What else are they going to talk about? Lou already knows Nico's going to win the Heisman 2 years in a row in the first pick in the NFL draft. 2 years? I thought he was winning it 3 years in a row and 3 national titles in a row. Now it's only 2? The people on game day picked Iowa? What? Why would anybody have picked Iowa in this game? Lou jokes, but he knows the SEC is better when Tennessee is good. Sir, the SEC is the most popular it's ever been in the last 10 years. And Tennessee has been terrible for 25 years. So that's just an untrue statement. That somehow the SEC needs Tennessee to be good. Tennessee hasn't been good in 25 years. And the SEC is the most popular it's ever been. Look how up and away the TV contracts have gone in the SEC while Tennessee has been in the toilet. It's not like we need Tennessee to be good. That just makes no sense at all, man. Come on. Do you think Alabama and Michigan is a close game? I do think it's going to be a close game. I think both playoff games are going to be good, close, competitive games into the fourth quarter. SEC is good because it's good, dummy. I might be in bed for Texas, Washington, says Paxton. Yeah, that one doesn't come on until about 9 o'clock, but I'll be streaming Texas, Washington back here on YouTube. Bama and Michigan over on the Patreon page at 5, and then back here on YouTube at 9 o'clock for Texas and Washington. Oregon only scoring 45 points. Child's play, says Billy Boy. That's fine with me that they only score 45. Big play here. All the way down to the 6-yard line. But there's under 2 minutes to go. They're not scoring 3 touchdowns in the last 2 minutes. So I'm going to hit both these games. I hit my Tennessee bet. Tennessee minus 5.5. That's a winner. And under 71 in the Oregon Liberty game is going to be a winner. So I'm off to a great start. I'm off to a great start. Third and 4. Iowa's going to be short of the first down. Fourth down coming up for Iowa. Let's see what this pork is talking about. Let's see what this pork is talking about here. Oh, yeah. See that? Look at that. I go right in there like that. Oh, yeah, that's good. Yeah, that's good. All right, now. Oregon's taking a knee. Let's go. Pay Lou. Pay Lou. Let's get a hashtag Pay Lou. Fuck the bookie. Pay Lou. I hit the Oregon game and I hit the Tennessee game. Let's go. Let's go. Nico runs for another 2 or 3 yards. I know that's not Nico, but everybody for Tennessee is Nico according to Tennessee. So Nico with a 2 or 3 yard run there. Everything Tennessee does is because of Nico. On 2nd and 6, Nico picks up about 5. 3rd and short now for the Tennessee Nicos. Yeah, Tennessee ran the ball great today. Tennessee ran the ball great. $219 yards rushing for Tennessee so far today. Nico, 150 yards passing. 12 of 19. Miracle. Nico had more sacks than completions. Boy, this pork loin is good. Congrats to Oregon. They beat Liberty. And the bookie has to pay Lou on that one. Tennessee Nico's up 35-0. A minute and a half to go. Peyton Clark, you 100% correct. 100% correct, Peyton. Thank you for the super chat. The thing is, Tennessee fans do that every offseason already anyway. So it really won't be anything different. Tennessee fans dominate the offseason year in and year out. What are your bets for the playoff games? I took Alabama +2 and Texas -3.5. 40 seconds to go now. Shotgun. Moore back to throw. Into the end zone. Incomplete. Fourth and 5. Why isn't Tennessee just taking a knee? Tennessee could have took a knee on that last play and it'd be game over. Guess they're trying to run the score up on Iowa. Throws into the end zone, incomplete, but Iowa was offsides. Don't let Tennessee spanking the Big Ten runner-up make you forget that in Georgia's last 2 bowl games, they won by a combined 128-10. Happy New Year, Lou. Go Vols. Thank you, Mark Salyers. Dylan Sampson, MVP of the Citrus Bowl? I don't know. I have no idea. Fourth and 1 with 36 seconds to go. Tennessee's up 35-0. And they're going to try to score again to make themselves feel better. Shotgun. Handoff. Not going to get it. They got a first down, but they didn't score. First and goal, Tennessee with 30 seconds to go. They don't have to run another play. There's less time on the game clock than there is the play clock. They just dumped a bunch of Cheez-Its on top of Josh Heupel. That's amazing. They just dumped a bunch of Cheez-Its on top of Josh Heupel. Cheez-Its. Cheez-Its. I remember last year in the bowl game. I remember last year in Tennessee's bowl game. Their starter didn't play, Hendon Hooker. They played the quarterback that was going to be starting the next year, Joe Milton. They went out and beat the life out of Clemson. They then told us that because of that, they were going 100-0 this year and winning the national title with Joe Milton. They came out with Joe Milton and went 8-4. This year, Tennessee's starting quarterback sits out the bowl game, so they start the quarterback that's playing next year. They beat the soul out of Iowa, and now they get to tell us all offseason that they're going 100-0. And then when the season starts, they'll start losing games. They'll make excuses, and they'll finish 8-4 again. It's like clockwork. Just like clockwork. All right, everybody. I appreciate y'all hanging out with me today to watch these bowl games. I'll be back on YouTube at 9 o'clock tonight for Texas and Washington. So if you're going to stay up late and watch that second playoff game, come on back to the channel. We'll hang out. Big 12 versus Pac-12. In the second playoff game tonight at 9 o'clock. That'll be right back here on this channel. The Alabama-Michigan game, I'm going to be live streaming that one over on my Patreon page. There is a link in the description of this video that'll take you to the Patreon page. I'll post it in the chat too, but there you go. That's the link to the Patreon page. So I'll fire that stream up in about 30 or 45 minutes, and I'll see y'all over on the Patreon page for Alabama versus Michigan. Congratulations to Tennessee. Congratulations to Oregon, and congratulations to LSU on their bowl game wins today. All right, I'll see y'all back in a little while over on the Patreon page for Alabama